us situated. Let me get us orchestrated. Let me get us pointed into the right direction so we can have the best time possible for some NFL Saturday football. These opportunities, they don't come around very often. And if we're being honest, there's not very much of it left this year. We are at week 17 of the NFL season. There's only 18 regular season weeks, and then we get the playoffs. So these days are numbered. The amount of NFL football games we have are numbered. So we have to enjoy it to its fullest extent. And how do you enjoy football to its fullest extent? Your tea time. You gotta pair tea time with the NFL football. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's like milk and cereal. It's like Santa Claus and Christmas. This shit just goes together. If you don't know, now you should know, and I'll tell you every damn time. This right here, this shit right here, this shit right here, this is tea time. And I'm your host, Tony Murr. And if you are watching, if you celebrate Christmas, you're the Grinch and you don't celebrate Christmas at all. If you are looking forward to the next year because you had a shit year, if you're scared about the next year because how great a year you had in 25, it doesn't matter how you shake it, either way you look at it. If your eyes are looking at me, if you hear Tony Murr's voice, you are officially teed up. We're teed up around here. It is Tony Murr on Tea Time. What Tea Time is, it's a live stream. It's an alternate broadcast. It's a live broadcast. So what we do on Tea Time is we live broadcast alongside of whatever game of my choosing. During the NFL season, it's a predominantly NFL football-oriented show because we love football, you love football, so let's get in on this little love boat together. When it's off of football season, regrettably that is coming soon, we do other sports. But right now, it's football. Right now, it's Texans versus Chargers. So if you are having the ultimate tea time experience over wherever you may be watching football, then what you got to do is on the big screen, you got the Chargers, you got the Texans playing, and then on the side, when you have your secondary device, because we know you can't look at that big screen without your little screen next to you. You can't watch TV without your phone next to you, or without your computer next to you, without your tablet or iPad next to you. On that secondary device, you got tea time going. So what I'm doing is broadcasting the game to you. I am the new age Troy Aikman. I'm the new age Joe Buck, Peyton Manning. All those guys that have been in the booth before, salute and shout out to them. But we're doing something new and different. We're trying to revolutionize the game around here. And it starts one stream at a time. If you missed tea time before, if you're not officially teed up, then you are now. Hop on the train while you can. That's a tea time train. That's a triple T right there. So we are going to this game. I think it's starting any minute now. Let me take a look here. All right, we are about to get this game going. We see the coin toss in the background. We got Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner on the call, and we're looking at their suits right now. I love what Kurt Warner's bringing to the table. That tie and pocket combo, that handkerchief combo, that's a great combination. Not too loud, but just the right amount of color. And then Rich Eisen, he's letting that handkerchief do a little too much talking. It's being a little boisterous over there. It's being a little obnoxious. It's not terrible, but it's gonna have to know its time and place and maybe go back in a little bit later. But very classic look out of them. Both got good stuff going on. I'm gonna give the nod to Kurt when we're talking about the battle of the suits here. So what I'm gonna do is there will soon be a live scoreboard. There will soon be a live scoreboard to go along with this watching experience so you know exactly where I'm at in the game. And then next thing you know, you are fully tickled and fancied with everything that is this tea time broadcast. Let's get this going. All right. So when we're looking at this game, it's the Texans versus the Chargers. These are both teams that are going to be in the AFC playoff picture. It's just a matter of the seeding and where they may land. There's a very, very small opportunity, but the Texans can still get the 1 seed in the AFC, and also the Chargers can still get the 1 seed. They're both still going for their division titles as well, so they can play a home game during the playoffs instead of being on the road, because respectively, you got the Chargers in the AFC West with the Broncos in the #1 spot, and then in the AFC South, you have the Texans with the Jaguars in the #1 spot. Both of the teams, both the Chargers and the Texans, are 1 game back from the team that is in the 1 spot. All of them except the Broncos. Except for the Broncos, they played on Christmas Day and they won, so it's a little bit harder for the Chargers. But every one other of those teams that I mentioned, they have 2 games left, so there could be some swaying as to who is going to win each division. It's looking like the Broncos, but the Broncos played the Chargers in the last week. There's a lot of good football to be played, so let Tea Time be the voice of the football for you. You just enjoy. I want you to grab a bag of chips and maybe an oatmeal cream pie. You know, the ones that Nick Saban has for breakfast. Great tackle to start off the special teams there. All right, this is where I get a little serious, because we are going to sync up the game. We're going to sync up this mother effing game, boy. All right, we're gonna go 14:45 on them. Don't worry what I'm saying here. All you should know is that I'm doing it. You know this I think is gonna be a start of play action right here. Start of play action. Yeah, we got a little play action, I bet. First play of the Saturday, and we're just handing it off to Woody Marks. He bounces it to the outside. Great run to start us off here. Yes, sir. Okay, now we get this. We're almost ready for that live scoreboard, people. Thank you to the people at liveonassist.com. You could also watch me there if you're not a YouTube fan, if you're not a Twitch fan, if you're not an X fan. You're a current fan. You're not an X fan. Am I right, people? Screen capture. Boogada, boogada, do. Look at that. Look at that. It's perfect. It's ready. Oh, it's perfect. All right. And if we're paying attention to the Tea Times bets of the day, what we're doing, it's a 2 simple play. We're going with the simple plays late in the season. We're not giving you 4 bets on the card. We're only giving you a couple, especially where I think this game is not going to be that much scoring. Not more than 4 touchdowns between the 2 teams in this game. That's my little inside of my own head bet. But what I'm betting on this game is the Houston Texans money line. They were 1.5 point dogs. We'll just take a money line. We don't need the little vig. We'll take them with the money line. And we also got Nico Collins for a touchdown. We got Stroud in the shotgun for the first time. He's passing it. He's airing it out deep, wide open. It's Higgins. It's Higgins for a touchdown. Is that a 70-yard touchdown to start the game? Right when I said there's not going to be many touchdowns, we're less than 2 minutes into this thing. Oh, Santa with his sleigh and his sack. He's going for a little trip to the end zone with Higgins. Great play. This looked like it was right in the sun, too. I don't know how he saw this thing. This guy just got lost. He was in single coverage in the secondary. Got absolutely lost. Higgins for a touchdown. Way, way long. Let's go. Let's go. I love a little bit of that. I love a little bit of that to start off. This is a scary team in the Houston Texans. It's a team I don't want to play. So we are, as with Tea Time, this isn't just a broadcast. We got stuff in between the commercials, baby. So we already did our game predictions. I can go into, should we go into playoff scenarios already? Should we? I don't think we're ready for that yet. But there's a segment I got where I'm ranking the teams. I am a New England Patriots fan. I am from the New England area. I grew up a New England Patriots fan, and our Patriots are the #2 seed in the AFC right now. Still have hopes and dreams for the 1 seed, especially where we're playing the lowly Jets, New York Jets on Sunday, Miami Dolphins on next Sunday. Excuse me. So we still got our sights on that #1 seed. We would love, love, love that bye. We went from one of the worst teams in football. We won 4 games last season. We tripled that up. I think we have 12. I think we're 12-3. We've tripled up the amount of wins we had last season, and now we're going for the number 1 seed with possible Super Bowl hopes. This season could not, like, anything that happens after this is just gravy. I'm happy with whatever outcome happens from this season, because the fact that we were just all I wanted from this season, I said at the beginning, I had no expectations. I just wanted to enjoy watching this team, because I did everything but enjoy watching this team last year. They were abysmal to watch. Nothing going on offense. It's the exact opposite now. So going back to what this segment is, I'm ranking the teams I'd want to play in the playoffs, going from I'd most want to play against them to least want to play against them out of the 6 teams that I believe that are going to be in the playoffs. The only team that still has playoff hopes are the Ravens, are the Baltimore Ravens. What needs to happen is let's see. I think they need to. Let's see. I have the play. I'm kind of encroaching on my other segments. I'm not going to fully encroach and tell you too much yet. But I think what will happen is if they win this week, they are still in the hunt. They're still in the hunt for the. Well, do the Steelers have to lose too? That they're 7-8, or are they 8-7? 7-7? I think they're 7-8, and the Steelers are 9-6. They're 2 games back. So I think the Steelers have to lose this weekend. The Ravens have to win this weekend, and then they play each other next week. I would love for that game to matter. That would be such a fun game to watch. So we'll talk playoff scenarios next, because I'm kind of chomping at the bit now to get into that. Look at Higgins, all smiles after that TD. And then Kaimi Fairbairn. So we were at a Jets game one time, and they were playing against the Houston Texans. This was maybe like 7 to 8 years ago, and Kaimi Fairbairn was still the kicker for the Texans. And I was there with the kid that I went to Loyola with. He was a friend of mine. I haven't talked to him in a while. Shout out Andy. Andy, he was just going through his whole fantasy lineup, saying, "I got this guy. I got this guy," and we were just fucking with him. He didn't know it. He's like, "I got Kaimi Fairbairn too." He was saying that like he had primetime LaDainian Tomlinson, like he had primetime Adrian Peterson on his team. He was saying, "I got Kaimi Fairbairn, who just kicked a 30-yarder. That's 3 points for my team." We're like, "Oh my God, your team's nasty. Your team's nasty." All right, now we got Herbert starting off the plays. He gives the ball to Amari and Hampton, gain of about 3 yards on the play. I do like I like these Navy Charger unis. I could get behind these ones. The Chargers, what you're going to have to watch for is a really banged up offensive line for the Chargers going against the best defense in the NFL, one of the best front 4 in the NFL. They know how to get pressure on the quarterback, and Herbert is dealing with a broken hand on his non-throwing hand. They're going to want to run the ball as much as possible. Yeah, there's a little play he ran right through the mouth of the defense right there, Hampton. So this game could not have started off worse for the Chargers, because how they would want to play this game is a little small ball. They want to because they're going to be in the playoffs, they want to keep their quarterback safe, because he's already got a broken hand. And then he's going against the most intimidating defense. They want to be able to hand the ball off as much as possible. The problem is they're already down 7 points. Nope, you don't do that. Yuho KVHK, you're out of here. Don't spam my chat. Get him out of here. That's already a sack. That's already a sack. This is going to be a huge problem. This is going to be a huge problem for this Chargers team. Look at the pressure they can get. He was on him in 2 seconds. Is this Danielle Hunter? Oh my God, that move was insane. This guy is going to get chewed up at left tackle. Oh, he just juked him like he was a running back. So this is the backup left tackle, I'm pretty sure. We have Joe Alt hurt, a top 10 draft pick. He's hurt. I think his backup is hurt. Now you got Chicken Tenders playing left tackle. He's going to be chewed up, eaten up all day. Getting punted back to the Texans early. Why would you Why would you not fair catch that dude? The guy is on you. Like he couldn't have been more on you. Why are you not fair catching that? What are we doing? What are you doing here? Look at Will Disley. He can play offense and he's not afraid to get involved in the special teams. All right, so, I mean, without further ado, let's talk playoff scenarios, people. All right, so we have AFC clinching scenarios. Let's go with the NFC first. So, basically, all the teams are. Oh my God, the Vikings are 8-8? I mean, so basically all the teams from each side are already decided for the playoffs with one exception on each side. It's the NFC South and the NFC side, the AFC North on the AFC side because let me explain to you the current standings. We got Seattle Seahawks 12-3 with the number 1 seed. Chicago Bears 11-4, number 2 seed. Number 3 seed Philadelphia Eagles, the Carolina Panthers, the 4 seed at 8-7. San Fran 11-4 in the first wild card spot. They have some important games coming up. If they win out, because their last game is against the Seahawks, they will get the number 1 seed. We have the Los Angeles Rams still going for the number 1 spot in the NFC West. They are 11-4 in the second playoff spot. And the Green Bay Packers 9-5-1. And then all these teams are eliminated from the playoff. Well, they're not so fast. There's one team that's not eliminated. It is the 7-8 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need to win this weekend against Miami, and then win next weekend against Carolina, and then they're going to be the number 4 seed. They're going to win their division. All right. On the other side, on the AFC side, we have the Denver Broncos, 13-3, leading the AFC West. New England Patriots, 12-3, leading the AFC East. Jacksonville Jaguars, 11-4, leading the AFC South. And 9-6, Pittsburgh, leading the AFC North. In the first playoff spot, in the first wild card spot, 11-4 Chargers, 11-4 Bills, and then 10-5 Houston Texans right after that. Everyone is eliminated from playoff contention except for Baltimore. They need to win this week. They need to win this weekend. Pittsburgh needs to lose, and then they're going to have to beat Pittsburgh in Week 18. Because they're already in the playoffs. Don't get this guy more injured. I don't think he's going to play the rest of the game. He shouldn't. He should not be playing in this game. All right. Oh, we're throwing the ball. Higgins is getting mightily involved early in this. Yeah. Oh, now they're playing. Now they're playing, toying with these guys. A nice 12-yard reception for Higgins. He's already got maybe 80 yards in the first quarter. In the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, Higgins. This guy's good. I think he's a rookie. CJ Stroud under center. There's got to be a handoff. Slow the game down a little bit. Yeah, they're handing it off to the mark of Woody. Oh, and he barrels forward. He's still moving forward. Right when you think you got Woody down, right when you think you control Woody, bang, Woody's there. Still driving, still hard. Oh, I didn't need to go there. I didn't need to. That's where I went crazy, going the still hard route. I was playing it coy. I was making it kind of subtle in between the lines, and then I throw the hard adjective out there. We're not gonna. That's not gonna play. Sometimes I need to know the bound. There's even bounds for me. I can go out of bounds. There's a little bit less bounds that I'm on these airways, but there's still bounds. And then we got C.J. Stroud throwing for another first down. Hutchinson falling forward for a first, strapping himself up. Let's see that. We got C.J. Stroud rolling out to the left, 19, easy pass. That's a first down. Derwin James on the tackle, but a little bit too late on him. All right, we got the fake handoff to C.J. Stroud. He's looking deep downfield. Who's he got? Wide open touchdown. What is going on? Number 14 on him. Noel. He's even back after Christmas. Noel. Noel. Like the song. How is these wide open deep passes open already? C.J. Stroud hitting people in stride. Look at this. This is a 50-yard bomb. We got a fake handoff. Oh, this guy is in no man's land. Who's that? Number 23. Totally missed assignment by him. It's got to be. Yes, 23 was in no man's land. Great pass over the top to Noel. It's 14-0. Remember I said there was going to be 4 total touchdowns in this game? And it's been, so far, there's been 2. It's been 6 minutes into this. We're 6 minutes into this. See, this is scary because Houston has a great defense, the number 1 defense. They've always had an okay offense. If their offense is going to look like this, we're in serious trouble. We are in serious trouble. Man, I'm scared. I mean, these rankings, no, I mean, these rankings are still accurate. And I might not even, I might change where the Texans are. I'm talking about teams that I want to play as the Patriots in the playoffs. I'm not gonna go there yet because I can't go trigger happy because I'm still actually a part of this first segment of this playoff scenarios. So Seattle can clinch the first round by the number 1 seed if they win, and then we got a loss from the Rams and the 49ers. We have, they can clinch, or Chicago will clinch the NFC North title if they win and Green Bay loses. I'm not going to tell you about the ties. That's going to be bullshit. There's no ties that are going to happen. Watch me eat these words, but there's no ties. Carolina will clinch their division. We already have the Eagles as winning of the NFC East. Carolina will win if they win and Tampa loses. Basically, and if Tampa wins this weekend, they're still in. If they lose, they're out. But Carolina could lose as well. If Carolina loses as well, then it's all up to week 18. All right. Denver, first round. They will clinch the first round by if the Pats lose, the Chargers lose, Jacksonville loses, and Buffalo loses. So they're probably not going to clinch this weekend. I'm going to go as far as to say that, even though the Chargers, I think, can we say they're going to lose this game already? New England clinches the AFC East if they win and Buffalo loses. If they win and Buffalo loses. The focus on Nico is crazy. These other guys, those were total. We had 23 in no man's land on that one local meat shop, and he totally missed his assignment. We have these randoms, Noel and Higgins, getting in there. LMAO, the Chick-fil-A. Tell me what the Chick-fil-A order is. I'd love to know the Chick-fil-A order out of you. And maybe it's not so secret, but some people have never tried it. The frosted lemonade there, local meat shop, is out of this world. It's crazy. It's a little bit of vanilla ice cream, like the tiniest amount, mixed with frozen lemonade. If you're still ordering, please get it. If you're still ordering, please get it. Wait, are you in Puerto Rico and they get Chick-fil-A there? That's an interesting development. I'd like to know that. They got Chick-fil-A in Puerto Rico. Third 50. He's got sacked 50 times this season, Herbert, and that is the 3rd most in the NFL. I'd like to know who those other guys are. First down run from Omari and Hampton, gain of 5. This is the unfortunate thing for the Chargers is this is exactly the game they wanted to play. They wanted to run the ball, but now you're down 14 and you're going to have to put your quarterback in the pocket to throw some passes, and he's already with a broken hand going against the number one defense. It's a shit situation. He's back out there, though. He's a gamer. But I don't know. I'd be surprised. I wish there was a bet for. I don't really wish there was a bet for this because this is fucked up. But this is what I would have bet on: is him not playing this full game. Amari and Hampton with another give, only gain a 2 right there. This is what they want to do, but you can't do this down 2 touchdowns. They want to stay in tune with the plan. I mean, the plan's out the window. You're down 14-0. They want to pound the rock. There is enough time to, I guess, to stick with the contingency plan. Someone get the ball boy over here new gloves. Those are looking beat up. This is the best thing about an NFL sideline is these guys' profession, and they can roll up to work in sweatpants and sweatshirt. Granted, a lot of people working from home nowadays doing the same, so it's not too much different. Oh, a little pocket pass, not even pocket pass right there. A little trickery. Hold on to it. Easy pass to the rookie, Trey Harris. Yes, I know about that rookie from the Chargers, Hall of Fame game, the first game of the NFL season this year. Look, a little fake handoff, get it to Trey, get a first down. Let's move the chains a little bit. All right, we need to hand this ball off again. I'm sorry. Yes, we are. Not too much to gain right there, but he's a hard fella to bring down. He turns a 0-yard gain into 5. What's another thing that turns 0 to 5? Having 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Oh, let me. I got 5 on it. Oh, they need to update that stat. It's been 50 now. 2nd and 5. That was an impressive run by Hampton. This is a guy that can run through your mouth. All right, we're handing it off to him again. Matlock sealing the edge. He can't do shit on this one, though. He can't do shit on that tackle. Big hit, yeah. That was frightening. I would to o. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It was T-O apostrophe O-T-O apostrophe O. T-O, A-O-T-T-O, T-O. That's what they got. That's that guy's song in the locker room. 3rd and 5. They're third in the NFL on 3rd down, completing or converting in 47% of situations. Herbert in the shotgun. Oh, he gets another sack on him. He is not going to have any time to throw the ball. This is a scary proposition for your future of your franchise to go against this defensive line with the offensive line they got going on. If this gets out of hand, if this becomes 21-0, I question if Herbert should be in there anymore. Look at these guys are getting worked. These guys are getting absolutely worked. It's going to be an issue. Will Anderson on one side, Danielle Hunter on the other. Got to get it out very quickly. We need some McConkey over the middle highlights. Coffin corner right there. Noel with the punt return. It looks like a gain of about 5 or so. Oh, we got who Pusha T on the commercial song. I like that, or the transition song. You wouldn't be expecting him to get in there. He doesn't really make songs that are commercialized. Let's go back to the AFC playoff scenarios. Jacksonville clinches the AFC South if they win and Houston loses. So they won't clinch the AFC South this weekend. I can promise you that. Houston is not losing this game. All right, we got Pittsburgh. If they win, they're in. If Baltimore loses, they're in. That's pretty simple. Houston will at least clinch a playoff berth if they win or the Colts lose. They need either one of those situations. Oh, this is important for me. The Chargers are knocked out of the AFC West title contention if they lose, which I would love. Which I would love us because what we're looking for this weekend. I've been talking about this from the start of this season. I've been talking about it more now because it's coming into fruition. But I had four division winner bets, and we had what we have. We had the Broncos in the AFC West. We had the Jaguars in the AFC South. We had the 49ers in the NFC West and the Buccaneers. So let me tell you, I can tell you all about those scenarios if we care about Tea Time's future bets. I have not watched the World Juniors, but I had a friend that played in it back in the day. So I am interested, Riley. I think on January 5th, a week from this Monday, there is the IIHF finals during at night. I think I might be streaming that game. That's a possibility. We're gonna have to get into some hockey once football season is over. But I will say hockey is the hardest game to call. Oh, AFC wild card last year, Houston killed the Chargers. I did not know that. I would have put some more thought into this game. I would have went into the history of these two teams. It might have steered me away against the Texans, but the Texans are playing such good ball right now, and I think the Chargers are overperforming. I'm going Texans over Chargers in terms of power rankings. Oh, Noel with the 5 yard grab. This guy's getting involved in the game plan. Where's Nico? Where's that boy Nico? I haven't seen him. Those were both rookies on those touchdown catches. Gotta love that. You gotta be excited about that in Houston too. If you got some good up and comers on the receiving side of the ball, and we're handing this off. That's that Woody fella. Gain of two. Gain slowing down a little bit after those two early touchdowns. Oh, Riley, that'll be a good face-off between us if we got USA Canada in the finals. That's the only rivalry we got. But I kind of like that. I kind of like that. What do you think about your Seahawks tomorrow, Riley? Are they gonna kill Carolina? They're huge. They're 7.5 point favorites away. All right, third and four. Stroud commanding the offensive line, giving them a bump of emphasis and importance to go into this third down. We got an open receiver, number 13, Christian Kirk. We're passing the ball around today. People getting involved. Everyone except for that boy, Nico. Well, there he is at least. At least we saw him right there. Oh, a little levels route to it. Simple first down. Everyone's doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Kirk with the, we're just going with the double point. Don't forget those easy ones. Yards per play, we're showing this stat. It's 16-1 right now in favor of Houston. Handing it off to Woody. Time winding down in the first quarter. 14-0 Houston. This was not what you could have been expecting. Well, at least, I'm expecting the Texans to win. That's where the Tea Times bet is. But if you were telling me 14-0 this early in the game, no, no, no. And they're commanding the game too. Stroud in the shotgun. Less than 3 minutes left in the quarter, 2nd and 9. He's got time back there. He's throwing with ease. Some miscommunication right there. Higgins kept going. Stroud said, "No, come back, baby, come back." It was like a little bit of a situationship that had gone stale. Stroud still wanted Higgins to come back, but he was gone. He's all gone to the next one. Higgins, once he's been wrong, he's not going to wait around. Stroud knew that he did something wrong to offend Higgins and drive away the relationship. And that was him. His pass was a way of saying, "Come back to me." That ain't happening. Higgins is looking to the next. Stroud in the shotgun, play clock winding down, gets it off, looking for a quick pass, so he just throws it away. To me, that's intentional grounding. You're still within the pocket. You purposely threw it away. The rules on that are very misconstrued. It's kind of like a fuel rule. See, you can't say that he was trying to throw it to Chubb. He threw it 20 yards over his head. Look at that. That looked like another miscue on the offense, though. I think he was expecting a short little hitch route, a little screen pass, and these guys were running different routes, something to pay attention to. Maybe not this game, but the next one. First punt of the game for Houston. Punting to, I don't know who this, it was McConkey on the return? I'm not sure if you want McConkey returning punts when you're about to head on to a playoff journey. You want to be able to preserve these guys. You shouldn't have your number one receiver, or is he still the number one receiver? Either way, do you want him returning punts? All right. So we went over playoff scenarios. Oh wait, did we go over? No, I wanted to go over my future scenarios because I have those four future bets. So the Broncos, they did what they needed to do this week. Chargers losing this game, I win that bet. So that could be done right now. That could be done after this game. Would love that. Jaguars, on the other hand, they're going to need to win this week. Texans are only one game back of them, and the Texans look like they're going to win this game. They're going to need to win this week. And then next week, I think it's the same scenario. If Houston loses, Houston loses and Jacksonville wins, who has the tiebreaker between them, though? I think the Jaguars have the tiebreaker. We'll see. I know the Jaguar. No, who are the Jaguars playing? Or the Texans that are playing? I think the Texans are playing the Broncos next week. Great game. All right, the 49ers, on the other hand, NFC North, no, NFC West. What I'm going to need there is they're going to need to win out. They have to beat the Bears this weekend. That's going to be tough. And then they're going to beat the Seahawks next weekend. That's going to be tough too. I don't really like the chances, honestly, but to still be in contention this far into the season, given how good that division is, like that's probably the hardest division to pick a winner in because there's three teams that could either be the number one seed or win that. The number one seed is going to win that division. Simple as that. What else? And then the other one was the NFC South. The NFC South, something that looked so good at the beginning. I thought the Buccaneers were going to win that easily. They came out 6-2. The Panthers were terrible, sliding down. Then the season completely flipped. Buccaneers have been on a huge losing streak. They have so many good players, but don't know what to do with them. The Panthers, on the other hand, they've been on a huge winning streak. They're looking like a good team. Bryce Young, everyone was ready to quit on him. He's looking like the guy in Carolina. So what needs to happen is the Buccaneers, if they're like the 49ers for me, they need to win out. They need to win this week against Miami and then next week against Carolina. I would love just a Bucks game that mattered next week. That would be something I could root for. My futures are like your fantasy teams. My fantasy teams. You love hearing about it, right? 2 minutes left in this first. Chargers with the ball. Maybe switching up the game plan a little bit. Play action. Probably has the most time that he's had all game. It's been the Hampton show. Get your suite at the Hampton Inn while you can because they're using them already. There's going to be little vacancy left. On the Hampton Inn because of the amount he's being used. They ran maybe 10 plays and 8 of them have been in his hands. That was a 5-yard gain, though, on that little screen pass. The most time that he had all game to throw the ball, finally. McConkey not getting involved yet. Quinn Johnston not getting involved. And there's another gift to Hampton for no yards. This team is scary with this defense. This guy, very good. Danielle Hunter, very good. I've always said this. The scariest Danielle that you've ever seen, Danielle Hunter. He spells his name Danielle. Said Danielle. Danielle is way more scary than Danielle, too. Spelled the same way. And then on the other side, Will Anderson. Will Anderson on the other edge. I mean, to have that sort of pass rush every game, I just want to watch these guys. I want to watch these guys feast. He tried with that same move. Oh, in Keenan Allen's hands and dropped. An old Keenan Allen would have had that. But I kind of just want to watch these guys on the edge. If you saw, I think who's 55? That's Hunter. He's been going with the hard outside move and then juking in. He got him bad and got a sack earlier in the game, but he was able to defend that move. He saw it coming. I love how athletic defensive ends are now because they're not just bull rushing through you and beating you with strength. They're literally juking you in front of you, juking you to get to the quarterback. That's got to be the most fun position in the NFL. It's definitely the most fun position. Well, my two favorite positions to play in Madden are I don't even love playing quarterback. I love playing D end and I love playing safety. I love being the free safety in Madden. Way more responsibility when you're the free safety. We got some confusion right now over whether he called for a fair catch or not. There's been, I mean, earlier in the game, he got hit as he was fielding it because he did not say a fair catch. So it's kind of on him now that he set a certain precedent about himself, where the refs don't really know what to do. Holding receiving team, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna get a holding special teams replay, my dude. I think you just go to the bench. What I do? That's what he says. You held. You held. That's what the penalty was, right? No one seemed to really care either. No one was really consoling him. And it's kind of like, just give it up, buddy. 168 yards to 16 yards in favor of the away team. 36 seconds left. Horse race coming up soon. And we're pitching it to Nick Chubb on the right side. Oh no, that's Woody. That's Woody. Gain of 2 right there. I think we're going to let this clock go into the next quarter. So if you are in the chat, if you're watching this, we got a horse race to do. And for those who are not familiar with the horse race, you pick a number between 1 and 6, like sides on a die. Hold on, I got a pen falling over here. And then I roll this die until there's one horse that makes it across the horse race track. First horse across the track wins. If you win the most amount of horse races within a month, then you win a giveaway. The giveaway this month is a donation from your name, from my pocket, to Toys for Tots for a little Christmas giving. It is the season of giving. So if you were in the chat, let me bolster myself up. Oh, yep, that's perfect. Riley. You can always count on Riley. Riley knows what the horse race track is. For those that don't know, this is where you need to go. Yes, it's seen better days, but this is kind of telling you what this month has done. This is the amount of horse racing we've done. At the end of the first, second, third, and fourth quarter, we do a horse race. And this is happening 2 times a week. Riley's got 6. I'm going to give it one more minute. Riley, I think... Oh, thank you, Riley. Thank you, man. That's appreciated. Is it better than the other one? Like if you, let's say that you didn't know what tea time was, which one are you more likely to click on? I'm going to get this. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so Riley, I'm going to give this another about 30 seconds. This horse race is worth 2. You're going to get the evens, and then you need to give someone else on the horse race leaderboard odds. Because we need to get, there's only 2 more streams this month. We're going to have to go all out. We're going to have to do all out blitz to try to get you. You can't keep winning. All right. Let's get this into position. I spared you guys. You don't have to look. Oh, wow, it oriented itself. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. All right, Riley. Let's see. It's about time. I don't think we can wait for an answer because there's football going on. So this horse race is worth two. I'm gonna give you the even numbers, and then we got Nate. We got well. Let's see it. I want to see. I'll give this one to. We gave Nate at the end of the last one. We'll give this one to Tom. We'll give this one to Tom. Oh, Ryan Mack, you already have it decided. Perfect. I mean, that's a strategic play. He's in last place, Riley. I see why you did that. But either way, let's get it rolling. It's a 4. That's going to be in Riley's favor, that 4. And it's a 5, going to Mac with the 5. You'd usually pick a 5. I should feel Mac, and there's 6. Riley, you know I'd like to see a real, authentic win. It's off the board. It's off the board. We got 4, 5, 6 out of there, and there's another 4 in favor. And there's another 4. 4 is very hot for Riley. You might just get rewarded, man. I'd say there's a 5. What I'm going to have to say is that, Riley, I just want to see someone else be able to go against you. There's too much of a separation. I'm definitely rooting for odds on this. And there's a 3 back. Get them all out there, Ryan. Get them all out there. There's a 6, though. Gotta watch out for the 6. It's always in play. And there's another 4. Everything coming up 4, and it's scary. It's a little scary. And there's 5. Okay, Mac. Make it a game. 1 and 2 haven't got out of the gates yet. And there's another 4. Right when you think you're catching up, 4 moves with the velocity. Oh, my God. And it's non-stop. It's non-stop. Someone get Drake involved. It's not. There's 5. This is the only guy putting up a fight. It's really just a 4 or 5 race. It's 6. It's 6. 6 is always going to be around. 6 is always going to be around. This is getting ridiculous. The 4 is moving incredibly. The 4 is moving incredibly. It's off the board. And the 4 is 1 away from the win here. There's a 1. Speaking of 1, 2's not out of the gate. We need a little. There's 1. Come on. Make a late game push. I mean, the way that 4 was coming up there was a little bit scary. Look at that. Riley with another win. He can't stop. That's 13. I said it was worth 2. And unfortunately, it's worth 2. So Riley gets 2 more wins, 2 more points there. He's up to 13. We've never seen anything like this before. We've never seen anything like it before. Riley. Hold on. I mean, my mouth's getting a little dry. Riley, we like to make updates around here. Where is the horse race leaderboard? And we find Riley on there. We go to from 11 to 13. All right. Sister of the birthday MVP. What isn't the birthday? That's not sister of the birthday MVP. Number 7. So it's Stroud's birthday today. That's crucial information that I did not know. That could have made the difference early on when picking my Tea Times bets. Ooh, he ran into a belly on that one. Holy shit, 93 with the stove on him. Oh. Are we talking about how much you're winning the horse race? Yeah, not fair at all. Not fair at all. All right, we got them at the 50-yard line, the Texans. I think they've been driving since the horse race. He's got an in-cutting route to Schultze with the forearm shiver. Gain of 8 right there. Ooh, late hit, and there's a shove and a flop. Don't you hate to see how flopping has made its way to football? 90, this 350-pound monster is flopping in an NFL game. That's what this has turned into. And you know what? I blame the NBA for it. It started with the NBA, and it made its way into football. The flopping. The fact that we're supposed to believe this guy who's 100 pounds less than you can push you over on your ass is sad. You want to be pushed on your ass, number 90? the refs are forced to make a call there because if they don't make a call there later in the game when it actually happens, what are they supposed to do? And when your team's up 14-0, they have no problem penalizing you for that for a little entertainment value. Yeah, a little. Look, he stands over him at first, almost puts a knee in his back. But what do they say, Rich? They say, "Hey," and that's it. I mean, the play 90 did was also not great. It was more in the jurisdictions of real play, though. Oh, great play by Zero to get him. Just oh my god, great play by Zero to get a hand on him, stop Woody Marks from gaining any momentum because that could have been a gain for a lot, and he ran into this guy in the open field. All right, fourth down, going back to the Chargers. Wouldn't mind if you did Chargers if you're able to move up the field a little bit. Can we have some plays to maybe Lad McConkey? Do you remember that he's on your team? You've forgotten about Lad at the wrong time. What about Quentin? Where's Quentin been today? Oh, that looked like a false start, but they don't call that shit. Fourth and 13, there's a fair catch. That's a loud and proud fair catch. That's going to be on a parade float type of fair catch. Hello, everybody. Hello. That's how you're supposed to do it, not like this. When we talk, if you've seen Bob Does Sports and they put the accountability up, and it's like this, you show for the amount of accountability you need to take on. That's how high you're putting up your hand. Like this is where you want your fair catch to be. If it's down here, no one really knows if you're taking accountability. No one really knows if you're making a stand. All right, we're gonna go with our first commercial. This is our first ad read of the night. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Hey, what's up? Wait, wait. Why you have Five Guys now? What's going on? This sounds like a great day. Chick-fil-A to Five Guys? Tell me your Five Guys order. And also, you're grabbing a bacon cheeseburger for later. What a day. What a day. Are you of the mindset where you had Christmas and you might as well carry all the bad shit from Christmas into the new year, and once the new year comes around, that's when you go? That's when you strain yourself out? So I'm gonna save the ad read for the next commercial break because this was a topic that I wanted to bring up, and now that local meat shop brought it up, it's the perfect time to talk about it. How do you spend the days between Christmas and New Year's? These are days, they could all be numbered differently. You can say one Sunday instead of Saturday. You think it's Wednesday, it's actually Thursday. Like nothing makes sense in these days. And what you're wondering, yes, yes, I love what you're thinking. So, what me and the local meat shop are talking about is do you correct yourself during these days? Because we know what Christmas Eve and Christmas entail. A lot of drinking, a lot of eating. You're throwing as much shit as you can into the cauldron. But what do you do? What do you do? Hold on. Sorry. What do you do in those in between days? Because you know you're going to have to course correct. You cannot always be eating and drinking at this velocity. But do you start right after Christmas because you know New Year's Eve is coming and you're probably going to go in again, get some dirty food, get some dirty drinks, get a little dirtied up on New Year's Eve. I think there's a time and a place. For me, I won't go all the way in. I won't go all the way in on the debauchery between these days, but what I will do, I'll still be eating like shit. I'll still eat what I want, but I'll get a little exercise in because I basically need that just to feel okay about it. If I kept throwing shit at the fire, there would be an explosion and it wouldn't end up well. Right now, I'm kind of just living in this middle ground. I love I, local beach shop. I love the thought of you getting so much food that you're fueling the economy. Like you use that excuse along with eating food. I'm just fueling the economy. On Sundays, the economy is always doing really well. But Sundays during football season, the economy is exploding. Yes, and that's another thing too. Yesterday, so I mean, this was a little bit of douchery on my part. Like this is something that I almost would advise against, but I did it anyways, and I feel better for it. Is the day after Christmas, I was in the gym. I was in the gym the day after Christmas, and it was all on the treadmill. Did everything on the treadmill. What you want to do to lessen the load that you're taking on to make it feel less bad is you don't run too much. You walk at a heightened speed, and then you throw that shitter on an incline, and you're wearing a bunch of layers. You're wearing a winter hat. You're wearing 2 layers of long sleeve. You're wearing sweatpants, and you're just sweating it out. You're just sweating it out. You just need to get that little bit of sweat going, a little bit of glaze, so that you can go back in on the bad food. The amount of cold cuts that I've eaten over the past 4 days has been disturbing. I've been eating cold cuts and cold cut sandwiches like a fiend. That is one of the greatest leftovers because it stays good for a while. Like salami, mortadella, uh, supersada. That's as good as the first day. Well, it's best the first day, but 2, 3 days after that, you could still go back in. Whereas the other stuff, it really diminishes in quality. This would be a big loss for them. This would be a big loss for them. I think he got sandwiched. Ooh, the fact that he's holding on. Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. He was holding on to him like this, and he got hit right in the shoulder right here. You gotta know. Look, oh, he knew he hurt him too. You gotta know, like you're not making a quality tackle. You holding someone's back like this. Just let it go. All right, Hampton. Nope, sorry, not Hampton. That's Herbert. Either way, nothing going on. 3rd and 9. Oh God, they need a first down. They need it badly. They can't give it back to them already. Great, great defense. Well, Kurt Warner's talking about how good the offense looked last week. The Cowboys have a bottom 5 defense in the NFL, whereas this is the number 1 defense. Not a lot of time for Herbert. They needed something just to get some clock off. Things are not coming easy for the Chargers right now. They're looking out of sorts. This defense is so legit. This defense is so legit. It's going to be a problem in the playoffs. No one wants to see these guys. No one wants to see these guys. Big Cat, we talk about people that are having teams for their future bets. He always does a pinky bet. He's going to cut off the tip of his pinky. Every time he talks about it, it goes up too. Like at first it was here, then now it's here, and now it's just like barely a little tag he wants to take off. No, it's somewhere in between there. But the point is that he had Houston. They were horrible, looked like a horrible team at first. Now I think they're a legit Super Bowl team. If the offense can be okay, this defense is too legit. That can bring you to a Super Bowl, especially if they win their division. If Jacksonville slips up, that's a problem. All these calls from now to the end of the game are going to be in favor of the Chargers. They're going back over those touchdowns now. Ever since that, I mean, they've had a little bit of offense more than the Chargers, but that's really it right now.
but it's enough to get the job done. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. That's all you really need for offense at this point. 2 touchdowns, your offense is looking good. This is gonna be a run play, run to the left. He's making a change at the line though. He might have saw something. Yeah, we're handing that off to the left. I don't know if anything changed at the line, but great game for Woody right there. Watch out for number 90, Tart. He's looking like he wants to get in after the action. He's looking to get into something bad. He's up to no good. He was on the naughty list. He got cold for Christmas, and now he's looking to ruin other people's holiday season. That's what Tart's doing over there. He doesn't really have that much enthusiasm when he's calling that play. Just like a little bit of that. We need a break. We need a good clap going out of the huddle. A fake handoff. Stroud with nothing but time. I mean, nothing going. He throws it out of bounds. Why can you do that? He's in the pocket right there. Why can he do that? All right, second quarter, less than 9 minutes to play, 3rd and 5. All right, we're looking. Oh, he throws a pick. He throws a pick to Derwin James. That had to have been tipped or something. That was too easy. That was too easy. This flips the game around. This is exactly what the Chargers needed. And this is exactly what this game needed, honestly. We needed it to turn. What happened on this pass? Yeah, we're talking tip balls now, courtesy of Kurt Warner. Yeah, he just got his hand in the lane. Is that Tart right there? That's 91. Did he get his hand on it? Let's watch this again. Gets his hand in the throwing lane, gets enough of a hand on it right to James. So that wasn't. I mean, is that's almost the equivalent of a block shot in hockey. Like you see that hand there, you probably just thinking, no way the hand hits the ball, and then it just happened to line up. That's wishful thinking out of Stroud. Okay, good run right there, 5 yard run. Oh, is Stingley banged up on that one? Looked like he got hit in a weird spot. They're gonna get points on this one. They need some points. Yep, they need 7. 2nd and 6. You run this ball again. Oh, he chips him. Great chip by Hampton, and he's got some room for the first down. That's how you. Ooh, big hit right there. Holy shit. Oh God. Oh yeah. He's like, let's go. That's how you know he's a player. He takes on that big hit. He says, okay, I see you. Look at this chip block right here. Puts the guy on his ass. Turns around. That's a professional play from the rookie. Look at this hit. Ooh, that's helmet to helmet. That's helmet to helmet right there. He got popped at the end of that. And Shair, I mean, what's his shoulder feeling like? Still doling out blows. We got an end around to the rookie Harris. He gets enough for. Ooh, that was a good gain of 7 or 8 right there. You can tell he was a little afraid to turn that upfield. Oh, we got another injury. Nice little end around right there. Great block by 86. Just enough. Oh, that looks painful. I think he got knee to knee right there. I think he had it. There was a knee on knee collision. Oh, Germany's like, oh, okay. Oh, oh, I do like this Mercedes. Oh, and it's Mr. and Mrs. Claus hopping out of there. That's for you. Well, they gotta get to Timmy's for the gift. Right when they thought Christmas was over. Oh, he's got a sleigh. He's got the, instead of reindeer, he had a Mercedes lining his way to Timmy's. Talking about the commercial. Oh, they're doing a prayer for him. Let's see what happened here. Left knee. Oh, yep. Guy fell right into it, got bent into. It looked painful. All right, he's up. These guys are so tough. Be a 2%er. Oh, okay. We can go. We'll go first. We'll do first ad read on them now. We got the time. We got the time in the space. So this one, shout out our sponsors. These are our Christmas time sponsors. They're rolling in from Christmas. They said we want to be a part. We know how much Tea Time and the Tea Timers love Christmas, so we want to get in on the Tea Time train right after. Shout out, honestly, Christmas got these shirts. Got these shirts for Christmas from the family. First edition Tea Time t-shirts. If you'd like one, let me know. We can make something happen. We can make something happen. We might have to throw a price tag on them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got mouths to feed around here now, boys. It's getting serious. We gotta step it up that much, and will you do that for me? It's a gift to me. It's a gift from me to you, and then from you to me. We're both gifted at the end of it. We're both blessed. Get a t-shirt. Get a t-shirt. All right. This first sponsor of the night. Shout out our sponsors. Carols for All Seasons. Everyone loves Christmas carols, but why do we only have one holiday for great tunes? Shouldn't there be catchy, fun loving songs for every holiday throughout the year? That's what the people at Carols for All Seasons thought. They just dropped a new album, too. This album is made for all the holidays we love, and now we have some songs that slap for these special days. Some hits include Flag Day Frenzy, President's Day Poppin' Off, and MLK had more than a dream. He had the moves too. And many more hits to go along with this. If you want to feel festive year round, you need to have the Carols for All Seasons album in the rotation. So I can understand that because I felt like this year more than others, I was listening to Christmas carols that much more. I was loving all the Christmas carols. There was weeks of having it in rotation, putting it on in the car. But now Christmas is gone. I'm done with the Christmas carols. It doesn't mean anything when Christmas is over. But how come there's not some New Year's Eve tunes that I can get in on? How come there's not President? No, now there is a President's Day tune. I want more and more of that. All right, Hampton, give to Hampton. We're back to the game. Nothing going there. Loss of one after this injury timeout. Okay, we're less than halfway. Oh, we're off beat. We're off beat. We're gonna have to make a change. Shit. Shit. I'm gonna resync this. 6:30. Why is it still going? Why is it still going? Oh, God, it's annoying. All right. We're having a little bit of a malfunction on the scoreboard. We'll get it back, though. This is just a field goal after all that. Ugh. Dicker the kicker going to the Pro Bowl. And I mean, I covered a Chargers game earlier this season. I was very impressed with Dicker the kicker. Wow, he's got a gap in between his teeth. I'm sorry to point it out like that, but that's something serious right there. I feel like because of that gap, though, it does lend him to be a better kicker because he's always looking at uprights. He's like, what could fit in between these two things right here? He can either see it in between his teeth when he's looking in the mirror or on the uprights on the football field. And he's always looking in between them. Would braces or any sort of Invisalign ruin what Dicker the kicker is? Because if he's closing up that gap between his teeth, he's probably not having that much optimism for how much space is in between the two uprights. It can kind of go hand in hand. Who's doing fireworks? Who's doing fireworks in December? We need to get a check on those people, okay? There's a time and a place, and you just send off one firework. It's not even a show, it's just one firework. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna get the. We'll get the. What are we getting up soon? We're getting the scoreboard up soon. We're getting the scoreboard up soon. I was really just doing this and not even thinking about what I wanted to say, just thinking about hand movements. So you could just say that that wasn't helping me think. Oh, let's get this back. Hello. Yeah, we're running the ball first. We're okay with that. Damn it! Right when I want to sink it, they fucking move the goalpost on me. All right, here we go. Come on, give me the right. We're trying to time this back up for your enjoyment and mine. We need to get the logistics right. Three, two, one. All right. I think we are timed up correctly now. Yep. All right, we're back. Oof, it feels good. Yes, I know how to do technology. I know how to do technology now. I have this thing called a video capture device. It's called the Elgato. We're soon going to be able to do video games back on Tea Time. I'll be able to go from video games from the PC to you all, with me included. It'll be the old Tea Time setup reinvented. I might be counting my chickens before they hatch. I haven't actually had it work yet, but I know the pieces that I need. Handing the ball back off, not a clean handoff, loss of yards on the play. It's the momentum, the speed of the game was really in favor of the Texans at first, hugely in favor. It was like 95% to 5%. But now it's starting to even out a little bit. With this game starting to find a middle ground. And my prediction of 4 total touchdowns in this game could be true because that's exactly what we're on track for. We got 2 in the first half. First half's almost over. 4 minutes though. It could be a little bit of an early call too. And we got Noel getting involved. Noel, 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 Noel. All right, never mind. I thought we were synced up, and now we're not. This thing's been going fucking wonk. This thing's been getting fucking wonk. Let me try one more time. God damn. Come on. All right. Let's get that working. Nope. NJRQCCQIF. I hate that I'm giving you a shout out. You're out of here. We won't have any spam involved, okay? See, now the clock's running and it's not running anymore. What the fuck's going on? Hopefully it corrects itself at halftime. All right, come on. Let's. What the fuck is going on? I mean, the clock's whatever. Hopefully it corrects itself at halftime, like I said. Yeah, they got to win today, though. They're fighting for their life right now. You can tell by the look on Harbaugh's face that he's a little bit flustered by this defense. Does he call the offense at all? Is he? He's more a defensive guy. First coach in team history with 11 wins in each of the first two seasons. He's a great coach. You got to give him that much. All right. Chargers with the ball. Herbert with the fake handoff, throwing left, and that is a gain of 15. That's Johnston with his first grab, I think. That might have been their biggest play of today so far. Chargers with the ball. Oh, a little flip to Hampton right there with nothing going on. I was just like, ooh, it was like a bomb that was about to go off, and you're in the foxhole with the shitty guy. Oh, here's the bomb. Go, run, catch. That's what. That's what Herbert was setting Hampton up for. Wow, that's interesting. That this guy who got hurt for the Texans, his mom came down to the sidelines. You never see that. You never see that happen. I think that would be my mom, though. Oh my god. Okay, going to the 2 minute warning. I thought they were just taking the delay of game. They've stopped the bleeding a little bit. They were bad. They were battered. They were bruised. They had a cut, and they put a band-aid on it. It's not visible that it's bleeding anymore. They still kind of are. We know that they're bleeding, but it's at least not visible to us. It's not that bad. All right. You know what we do. You know what we do at the 2 minute warning of the first half. This is the segment Old Tony Gives It a Go. This segment is I read a news headline, and then before I read the rest of it, we're supposed to guess together as to what the headline could be about, what the questions that we need to answer, we need to get answered. What we're gonna ask those questions. We're gonna ask them and answer them, predict them, and then see at the halftime after the horse race. I'm gonna actually go through the story and tell you what it's about. So I have two headlines. If you're out there, tell me which one you want me to do. But each of them are good. I think I'm gonna dedicate some time to both these throughout the show. So the first one is 19 terrible, horrible breakup stories that make literal steam come out of my ears. So that one, I mean, we could guess numerous stories on that. Like, how bad are these breakup stories? And then when I actually read the story, we can take sides as to was that as fucked up as we thought, or maybe that's a good way to break up with someone. I mean, let's let's say let's come up with one ourselves. A breakup story where a guy he purposely got too fucked up on a dinner date. They were just getting to know each other and like forced her hand where they had to break up. And he said something ridiculous at the table while he was banged up. But he says like these These rules remind me of your ass. Something like that. The other headline goes, birthday celebration turns tense after boyfriend chooses the wrong cake. And people have thoughts. So for that one, we can guess what type of cake made this so wrong. And you would think that if this cake pissed off a girlfriend that much, it definitely had an ex's name on it, or not her real name on it at least. So tell me out of those stories, which one I should go into first. I'm gonna go with both because they both sound like we could have fun with it. That guy looked like Terry McLaurin a little bit with the shaved head. Boom, boom, boom. Chargers with the ball now. 2 minutes left in the half. If they could come away with 3 more points, I wouldn't really say they lost this half by that much. He's got time. The most time he's had all game running with the ball. Not a great idea. Gets popped on the sidelines. But that's fair. He's trying to get yards right there. He can still hit him. He can still hit him right there. He's trying to get. He's gonna get a 3 yard gain instead of a 2. Just go down. If you can hit him on the sidelines, do it. Do it. This is within bounds right here. He's still in bounds when you hit him like that. Oh my God, Matlock was over there in .2 seconds. He started chasing after that guy. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Herbert with time. He's throwing deep, looking deep. Who's he got? He's got him wide open, Johnston. Oh, tackled at the 15. Great throwing catch. That's exactly what they needed, and that's the things that Herbert can still do. He can still throw the deep ball on a dime. Yeah, that's a real good throw. Sorry, I'm trying to resync this again. I don't know if it's me or the thing. Oh, that's why. Oh, it's picked off. Jeez, they were just driving. This was a surefire bet. Pick. Oh, off his hands too. It wasn't even his fault. Great play by Shair. Great hands. Gets down at the 1. Not really great. He could have ran with that a little bit. To just go down right here. You pin your team at the half-yard line. I love that math out of Rich Eisen right there. I love talk when it's over a minute. Well, even it could be as little as 3 minutes. I love thinking about minutes as seconds. I do that on the treadmill. Oh, damn it. Just missed my cutoff right there. Oh, damn. He's wearing that. He's wearing that drop right now. He knows how important this game is. Hey, it's okay, man. You can live with this because they're not scoring on this drive. They're not scoring on this drive. They can come back a little bit. You guys still might have some time. Come on, let's run the ball. Get me synced up again. How the fuck did that just happen? Oh, jeez, what happened? All right. I don't know how that doesn't happen every play. They're going back out there. Don't worry, Gadsden. We need you still. That's what the coach should be saying to him. Like, hey, we got to put that play in the rear view mirror. We can't be thinking about it anymore. Short term memory. That's what all the greats do. All those lines. All those lines should be being said. How come I can't sync this now? God damn it. All right, we're giving them. Oh, nope. Nothing going on right there. How come I can't? All right. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in due time. We got C.J. Stroud trying to. Oh, that was another pick. That was a really bad one. That's one that you can't make. That's one that you can't make. Why are they doing that? Why were they doing that? That's a surprising call to pass that right there. Give them all that time to still make a play. What he saw? Yeah, what did he see there? Why did he throw this? That was just a bad decision. Great catch by two. Great catch. That's a bad one. Both these guys throwing picks does not surprise me. Stroud coming way back to earth. He's coming all the way back down, crashing down. What we saw in that first quarter from Stroud is not what we should always see, or not what we should get used to seeing. All right, Herbert getting ready to throw. A little bit of a first down right there. Johnston. How's Lassiter out there? How's Lassiter still out there? Johnston making plays. If they look at them come back right now, I was already counting them out. But they're kind of like Kendrick in the fact that they love when that happens. They love when you count them out. Oh, Stroud, he's feeling it right now. He knows that was a bad one. That's not a throw that you should make ever. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Oh, he avoid. No, he doesn't. I thought he did. I thought he avoid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How are we calling that a penalty? How are we calling that a penalty? Okay, you're saying that you can't tackle him. That's what you're saying. We need a, like I said, all the penalties since they went up 14-0 in favor of the Chargers. Let's look at this. Let's look at this tripping. Enough of these bots. Get them out. Get them out. We can't deal with this, bots. Well, let's see this. I think that was. I think that was. I think it was a trip, honestly, but it's a natural reaction when you see that. You want to be able to think. You're trying to tackle him in the first place, so your brain naturally wants to throw at your leg. You see it happen so many times. Not often called. Oh, there's a fumble from Herbert. Get on the ball, baby. Another sack. We should have bet. Could you bet just total sacks in a game? Tooketh and gaveth. All right, we got Herbert in the shotgun. He's looking to make a play. Yeah, they're just going for another three right here. Rightfully so. The defense is still standing strong. Third and 14, they're not going to be doing much here. You're not trying. You're going to take one look at the end zone. If not, just throw it out of the back. You don't try to do too much right here. You can't afford to. Herbert. He's rolling right, just looking for a couple yards right there. That's it, Disley. Start padding the stats right there, buddy. Not even trying to get an extra 3-4 yards. One's going to do. One's going to do. Disley is known for change in speed and direction. He's not going to be able to cut it upfield and then go. He's just going to kind of round out those things. But here's Dicker with the wide space between his teeth, looking to get in between the wide space between that yellow thing on this side and that yellow post on this side. Their posts, we'll call them. And oh God, he missed it. From 32. We've been jinxing him all whole time, saying how good he is. That gap between his teeth closed up, and he missed that field goal. Look at this. It wasn't even good for a second. He was looking at the wrong thing. It wasn't a shank right. It wasn't a shank left. He hit it straight. He hit it straight. Oh, okay. Oh, he thanks God. He thanks God for that field goal miss. That's a lot. I mean, be thankful, but there's other things to be thankful for. Booze, come on. That's a little much for Booze. They're still in this game and they haven't even looked that bad. That's a little much to call for the Booze. All right, what we're gonna do, as we do at the end of every halftime, what we do is a tea time horse race. I'm gonna have to start. There we go with the six. I mean, I said horse. I say horse race. I want to go back to that timing. I say horse race right as that comes out of my mouth. Riley's in there with the six. It's in there like clockwork. He's gonna get in. He's gonna get in for the first number, and we're gonna have to, because of his frequency and because of his dedication, he's way up high on this horse race leaderboard. So if you're in the chat, yeah, bots are getting in here, Riley. I don't know what to do. They see me and they think I'm a prime suspect, but I'm ready to throw hands with them. They don't know right when they get in here. I give them a swift 1-2. You didn't even see that back at home, but that's a swift 1-2 right there. Like I just caught myself a little bit. I just caught myself a little bit. Um, what we're doing is the horse race, like I said. But Riley's got the six. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour and 40 minutes. Let's give it till 1:42. See if anyone else is out there. Otherwise, we're going to get right to these news stories. I'm going to get them up in the meantime. Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, we have the cake one. We have the cake one. We'll do that. And then let's look up this other word. 19 terrible, horrible frequency. Yep, there we go. We got two of them lined up. All right, we got another full minute to get in horse race contestants. This horse race, I mean, we're gonna have to start risking it just to catch this guy. We have 3 horse races left today, and then we have another stream on Monday. So we have 7 total. I think I gotta make this worth 3. I gotta make this worth 3 on this one. Riley, you got the evens. We gotta decide. Unless someone pops up in this last 30, we gotta decide. Who we're giving this the odds to. I'll let you make the call again. Can't be Ryan Mack. This can be anyone else on the leaderboard. Merch. We're getting merched up. You've seen the sweatshirt. We got t-shirts now. We got Christmas ornaments. We got golf balls. Get in on it. Put in your orders. You're gonna have to reach out to me directly, but I'm willing to fulfill those orders. You know what? I'm gonna take a little pee break. Then we'll do the horse race when I come back. Pee break, horse race, water too. Water before horse race. I disagree with that. I think that game's gonna be great, Riley. All right, we're back, Riley. It's just you again. I'm gonna give this one to Tom. Tom's got the odds. You got the evens. This one will be worth 3. Last one was just. I'm looking at the spread right now. An absolute blowout in favor of 4. All right. Oh, okay. You decide. Mike Go. We'll give it to Mike Go for this one. I think he deserves it, man. He's lining himself up for a big night. He said. All right. I'm gonna go with the. I'm switching out the red die for a green one. We're going with the green die on this one. All right. Mike Go's got the odds. Riley's got the evens. And it's a 5 to start out. Okay, 5 and 4 have been the hot ones tonight. Let's see if it continues. 3, we're starting off in favor of Mikey O with the odds. He is an oddball. 4 comes back where it left off. 3, 4, 5 out of the gates. And there's a 5. And there's a 5. That's going to work tremendously. That's going to work. And there's a 1. There's a 1. The odds are coming to play. There's a 6. Never a doubt 6 is going to get involved. 2 has been the worst horse tonight. And that's a 5. 5 and 4 have been the hot horses tonight. Let's see how it continues. And there's a 3. The odds are working in Mikey's favor right now. And there's a 2. Everyone's out of the gate now. Everyone's going. Everyone's going in the positive direction. You see that? That's a 4. 4 moving up into second place. And there's a 3. 3 and 5 leading the race. That is the odd brigade. And there's a 2. Okay, 2 and 4 right in second place, right behind 3 and 5. And there's another 2. Right when I start cheering on 2, 2 shows me that he's got some pulse. And there's a 3. 3 wanting to get involved, getting in first place. Solo lead, another 3. 3 in a row. Can we get 3 in a row for 3? It's a 6. No, we're going to go 6 after that. We did double up on the 3, and that equals 6. And there's another 3, though. 3 is staying hot, staying hot. It's off the board. Riley could have gone for a 6 right there, and that's a 1. The odd brigade is moving. It's really been a 1, and there's a 2. Okay, now, it's really been one horse races. No one's really, it's like, oh, there's 3. That didn't even move. That didn't even look like a spin. It just went up on 3 and landed on 3. I gotta be better than that. That one was a legit one. This was the margin of victory again on this horse race. It was like that before last time. We moved it to 3. That's a win for Mikey O. He's going to be pumped. Actually, it's starting to make sense. The numerology is making sense to me because that is a 3 horse with the win. The 3 spot with the win. And then that game was worth 3 points. So 3s are wild for that one. We like to make updates around here. So we're going to Mikey O. We're deleting his name and he moves. Oh wait, he just had 3. We can actually keep it like that. We can keep him right there. He's at 6 with Nady. He's at 6 with Nady's son, right behind Riley. Okay, now, all right. Let's go into that story. We got the story, and the only thing that I like about the Thursday and the Monday Night Football is they have a countdown to when the actual football comes back. I like that. We don't have that on NFL Network right now. It's a problem. I'm going to go with the 19 horrible, terrible breakup horror stories that make literal steam come out of my ears. The end of a relationship is almost never easy, but the way some people go about breaking up can make it so much harder. Recently, members of the BuzzFeed community shared their worst breakup stories. Reading through them had my jaw on the floor. Here are some of the worst and wildest breakups. This guy told me to meet him somewhere. When I got there, there was a note on a bench saying they had cheated on me and hated being with me half the time we dated. Oh God, to break up through that note is less bad, but the fact that it was about cheating, the guy just couldn't face the music. He couldn't face the music. He did just the bare minimum amount to say, hey, I did this. Like, he let her know and was a little bit upfront about it. But the other question would be that it could have been coming to a head. He might have known that it's going to get back to her sooner or later. Let's get out ahead of this and move on. But it's also salt on the wound to say that I cheated on you and I hated being with you half the time too. He wanted to get out of there. He knew that if he stuck around, she might have been might have stuck her tendrils and tentacles around the situation, trying to corral it. All right, so here's number two. It was in an email. I asked the dude if I was seeing. I asked the dude I was seeing if he wanted to do something on the weekend. He said the woman that I'm seeing wouldn't like that. It was. Were you? These people are really strange. Why are they communicating through email? Well, you want to do something this weekend? That's not a text. That's not a phone call. It's an email. That the thing about that email too. It feels more permanent than a text. For some strange reason, it does. He told me that he was grounded in his and got his phone. Oh, I mean, this is a T. He told me he was grounded and he got his phone taken away and therefore couldn't text me. Then a few days later, he told our mutual friend to tell me that he wanted to break up. Also, it turns out he never got his phone taken away. All right, I mean, how are we putting this as like a wild breakup story when it's just like a middle school breakup story? This happened to me. I was doing this 17 times over in middle school. Like, you get so excited, you get the text messages going, you go, tell her to tell her friend that we're done and I'm into this girl now. Like, that's something that would happen in middle school. I can't believe this person who wrote this got duped that this was a wild and crazy breakup story. All right, another one. On my birthday, he left a small gift and a post-it on the kitchen table one morning when he left for work, saying that we were done and he would be back on the weekend to pick up his stuff. Ooh, that's ominous right there. Ominous. Ominous. Right? Or ominous. Ominous? Ominous. Did I say that right? Forget how I said it. This was 3 months after I bought a house for him, his daughter, and our future children to live in. Luckily, the house and the mortgage were in my name. You could have been a bad roommate. Maybe you just got sick of your shit. Like you're leaving stuff in the sink. You're not cleaning up after yourself. Like that's gonna drive anyone nuts. That's gonna drive anyone nuts. So it could have been on you in your living situation. My serious boyfriend. Here's another one. My serious boyfriend called me after a prolonged break and begged me to move out to where he was living. Okay. We reconnected and I started to slowly move my stuff down there and apply for apartments. After 8 months of visits, he randomly calls me and says, I don't think we should talk anymore. Ooh, I don't even think we should break up. I don't think we should talk anymore. Take care of yourself. The worst thing about it now is that it was 7 a.m. What kind of asshole does that? 7 a.m.? I mean, what's that matter? Was there a good time of day to bring that up? I don't think we should talk anymore. That's different than I think we should break up. I don't think we should talk anymore, meaning that like I don't even like talking to you. Don't even think about talking to me. And when you break up, you can still talk. You can still talk it out, but don't even talk to me. We aren't even gonna talk it out. All right, we got the start of the game, but I think I'm gonna go back for that because that was really fun. All right, I think we're back. I think we're back. Give me the right time on this, bitch. Give me the right time on this. All right, we're right there. We're right there. We're back. Give me the scoreboard. Screen capture. Bam. Oh, we're back. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay, we're so back. We're in there. All right, we got everything we need. Herbert giving it to Hampton for nothing. This is a guy. Oh, Anderson getting in on there. I thought it was more the guy with the hair. They got good field position though. Ooh, no, that was Anderson. Full stop right there. Went around the offensive line, threw Matlock out of there. Totally whiffed on that tackle or that block. Mm. See, if I did that with one of those guys, shoulder hanging out of its socket. Herbert in the shotgun. They need 4 on this play. Oh, he's got the pressure on him. What a move by Herbert. In the throw on the money. Did he catch that? Gaddon's got the yips. Gadsden's got the yips right now. What a play. A little swim move out of Herbert. Hits this guy in stride. That's how you know you got the yips. Nothing's feeling good right now. You can't bring that ball in. Oh, he shakes the guy at the top of the route. Right in your chest, pal. Right in your chest. I don't know if he did. I think it was knocked out just in time. And now that's a despondent nature. That's despondent behavior. He's gonna shut down. He's saying to himself how bad he sucks. That's the problem after you miss that first drop. After you miss that first ball, you were thinking to yourself how bad you sucked. That's how you missed that next ball. We need to move on. Who's coaching this guy? Who's giving the big G at tight end the right amount of encouragement and saying the right things to him to have him moving forward still? That's important for a young rookie right now. And no one's caring. No one's caring. Except for me, the guy streaming the damn thing. That's a problem. That's a problem. All right, we got starting on the 15-yard line, the Houston Texans, and we're handing the ball off for nothing. Tart on that play, getting involved. I've seen a lot of Tart, and we're not talking pop. We're not talking pop. We're just talking number 90 on the Chargers when it comes to that Tart. That's like a straight cranberry juice, the amount of Tart on that play. Is there Chargers? Is that Ulbrich as the Chargers defensive coach or quarterback coach right there, who's just talking to Herbert? It looked a lot like Ulbrich, the tweener coach for the Jets last year, the interim. A little screenplay to Schultz. He's finding open space for the first down and then some. Wait, was he down though? Was he down? We got to see this fumble again. Let's watch this. Oh, that's out. That's out. The cameraman did his dirty right there. What a punch of that ball. That was Khalil Mack. That's out. It's out. It's out of bounds. Oh, that was close though. They needed that. They needed that. What a punch by Mack to knock the ball out of there. Let's go. I'm excited. Third and 4. 12:04 left in the third quarter. Stroud a little jumpy in the pocket. Ooh, he got sniffed out right there by 43. That was almost a pick six. This game has really settled down, and Stroud is showing his true colors. He ain't proud to be Stroud right now. And things have turned for the worst. Watch 43 with the fake blitz going back out. He didn't see that happening. He didn't see that happen. That wasn't on tape for him. And he was doing a little this. He was doing a little back up scaredy move out of the pocket. A nice little punt out of there. Moving the ball to the Chargers. Lad McConkey on the return. He's looking left, right, left. He goes right. Got nothing going. Yeah, that's a short return. Long play for a short return right there. I can go with another analogy, but I've been hitting so many analogies, I'm going to give myself and you all a break. All right, what do we got? We got to go back. We got to go back to this story. All right. These are the 19 terrible, horrible breakup stories. We're on number 5. My serious boyfriend called me after a prolonged break and begged me to move out to where he was living. Oh no, we already did that one. We're on to number 6. He took me to a fancy restaurant, ordered wine, then stood up and left. I was so confused until I realized he wasn't coming back. Looking back, it may have been the gentlest way I had been dumped. I mean, is that a dumping, or do you just leave no one does that to his girlfriend. That's an absolute psycho behavior if you're doing that to a girlfriend. This sounds like the first, second, maybe third date. That's not a dumping. This person was probably living in La La Land. In college, I was on a road trip to New Orleans with my boyfriend, and he broke up with me on the way there because he was still in love with his ex. On the way there. It was made the rest of the trip super awkward, to say the least. Yeah, dude. That's gotta be the stupidest way, the stupidest time to bring that up. You got the whole rest of the trip with her. Bring it up after. Bring it up after. You're too honest for both of your sake. She would have rather you bring that up after. Still enjoy the trip to New Orleans. It's a once in a lifetime type of thing. He texted, "I like your sister," then blocked me. That's just funny. I like your sister. I hope they ended up going out. She slept with another man for money and told me it was completely my fault because I didn't give her enough money. She slept with another man for money and told me it was complete. I mean, you're going out with a terrible person. You should know this beforehand. And if you're paying for everything she's doing, if the only thing she gets excited about is not even seeing you, but when you're out spending money on her, I think that might be the issue. I think she's liking money more than you, man. So if she's liking money more than you, and the other guy's got more money, she likes that guy more than you. Let's do the math. Let's do the math together here. All right, we're going back to the game, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. We're on to number 10. Oh yeah, he's getting sacked right there. Watch out for the hand, pal. They're being safe with them. I feel like they're like, "Hey, you okay, Justin?" They got a lot of respect for this guy. What is this? Harbaugh's Herbertisms. He called them Ethan Hunt, Picasso, and a Minotaur. I love that's see that's a lot of fun. You can have fun with Harbaugh. Oh, we got another sack going down. How many sacks today? Barnett, I think that's 2 in a row. I think there's 5 sacks on Herbert. I want to see the most sacked quarterbacks this season. Most sacked QBs 2025. Because they said Herbert's third. Gino, this was before this game. Alright, I mean, these are all. Well, this is actually interesting. Alright, Gino's. This was before these games. Because now Herbert's leading the pack. But Geno Smith with 52, terrible team. Cam Ward with 51, terrible team. Justin Herbert with 49, great team. Drake May with 46, great team. Trevor Lawrence with 37, great team. I mean, it's a two-sided stat because if you're a shitty team, you're going to be getting sacked a lot because your own line sucks. But if you play quarterback a certain style, you probably stay in the pocket too long or try to make some runs, and those count as sacks because Josh Allen's in the top 10. Lamar's in the top 10. Patrick Mahomes in the top 10. Jared Goff. These are all good teams. Who sacked the least? Jordan Love. Daniel Jones. Wow, less than half of the time. I mean, these guys are also haven't played full games. Caleb Williams, he's hard to sack. Very interesting. But this game has turned into what I thought it would be. This is a slug. This is a slugfest. I mean, a couple days after Christmas, this is what you probably should expect. These guys have been with their families. They haven't felt as cutting edge. They haven't felt as violent, as competitive. They've been eating a lot. They've been drinking a lot. It's hard to come back from that. This is summing up everything for the Chargers. This is summing up everything for the Chargers. All right, we're going back to these stories because they're fun. 10 or 19 horrible, terrible breakup stories. I went all out for his birthday. The next morning, I went to work. He texted saying how much he appreciated and loved me. I few hours later, I saw him on the doorbell camera backing up his truck into my garage to pack up all his things. He blocked me on everything and was gone before I got home. So when it's like your birthday, when it's the holidays, when it's certain times of year, you're feeling a little bit more introspective than others. So when your birthday comes around, you think about the things that are important in your life, and you could just have a come to realization moment, come to earth moment to be like, oh my god, like she's going out for me, all out for me right now. Like she thinks she's doing the most. This party sucks. This has none of the things that I like here. This has none of the people that I like here. She thinks she's going all out, and this is the best party she can throw for me. Meanwhile, she's not in tune with anything that I like. I like the cut of this guy's jib. My boyfriend brought me a date. Brought My boyfriend brought a date to my 21st birthday party. See, these are like I want to hear it more from like the 30s and 40-year-olds. When you're 21, like you can get away with this type of shit. Like that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. This guy made a statement right there, and I mean, kind of ruined your birthday though. I mean, I gotta have some empathy for that situation, right? All right, next one. It was way before cell phones. See, this is what I want to know. He told me to hold on and never came back. It took me 30 minutes to realize, oh, he's not coming back. Oh, but it's written like this. Oh, he's not coming back. I don't really get that. A period between each one that's not really appropriate for that sentence. But yeah, 30 minutes is a long time to be waiting. Let's see. I'm just going back to the game. I think we got time for one or two more. I got dumped at homecoming dance at a different school. Then he left to go out with the girl he dumped me for. I knew no one else that I could have called for a ride. Cell phones weren't really a thing, and access to the school's payphones were restricted. I had to walk home at 10:30 at night in a relatively unfamiliar neighborhood. My shoe broke halfway home. Luckily, I made it home. That story just sucked. That story just sucked. All right, we're back to the game. We're back to game. I mean, this game is begging for my attention. I'm not giving it any attention, and rightfully so. It's starting to stink. Something's starting to stink in here. Herbert. No, that's Dicker. They got a little. They kind of look alike. All right, we're handing the ball off. No, it's a fake. And he's rolling out to the right. He sees green in front of him. Not much. He throws it. First catch of the game for Nico Collins. Oh, and he made his presence felt right there. Big hit on the receiving end for the defender. We're getting close to the end zone for Collins. I almost forgot we got Collins a part of this. Get him involved. The reason I bet on him was because this week he was the favorite player for. I mean, this is a sad story, but this gives you a reason to play. There was someone who had cancer, a kid that was dying of cancer that had his jersey or without. He was the biggest Nico Collins fan, and he passed away this week. And that was something that was brought up to Nico Collins in his pregame pressers throughout the week. Seemed like it mattered to him. So I think this game matters to Nico. This is a heartfelt game out of Nico. He definitely had that feeling, Rich. He's saying this is must-have for the Chargers D, and I agree. Oh no, is he going out of the game? Come on, we need him around these parts. A little hold right there. Yep. All right, we just bring them around. Oh, there's 5 penalties that are all on Houston, and like I've been saying since the beginning of the game, that's a face mask. You gotta call that. You see what I'm saying? There's been 0 calls. There's been 0 calls on the Chargers so far, and if I've noticed anything from calling the games this year, is that these refs have an agenda. These reps absolutely have an agenda. Oh, that might have been not a face mask. That looked like the shoulder he grabbed. But I'm still standing with my statement. Is I think these refs, it's not cut and dry. It's not black and white. But in these meetings that they have, they're probably like, when the game is far out of reach, when it seems like it's really in favor of one team against another, or it could be innate, it could be subconscious, just feeling bad for one team. I mean, that's got nothing going on. I think that games are called in favor of certain teams or others, and right now it's in favor of the Chargers just to keep them in the game. It feels like when you have zero calls against you, that like there's a penalty on every play. For them not to call one is it's a little concerning. Like this guy in the bandana and the '99 jersey, he might have still had pads on too. He had the gloves on and it was saying, "Let's go." I don't know why he was doing the peace sign now that it's third down. Second down, maybe I get, but we're just going for a little bit of yardage right there. Throw it to Hutchinson. Yeah, Mike, you just got a big win. You got a big win on the horse race. It was a three-piecer, too. It was worth three. As we come down to the last horse races of the month, that kind of fuck shit happens. So Riley gave you the odds, 3-1 for the three-peat, or for the three-pointer. If you're around, you can just luck out and be around for the later half of the month for stream and still get the win somehow. Riley has won every single one. Right when I say horse race, right when it comes out of my mouth, he's in there. And that's a field goal from the Chargers. Just kidding, the Houston Texans. 17-3. That was a good stop on defense for the Chargers, but they can't get anything going on offense. 100 make good. Yeah. 100 ways to go. Yeah. Let's keep reading these stories. Oh, we were reading terrible, horrible breakup stories. All right. We were high school sweethearts. We went to different colleges and we're 800 miles away from each other. He stayed in state. I did not. So he was the guy that he's like, why don't you just stay around town? Everything that we need's right here. And she says, I need to go spread my wings and get to see the world. We kept our romance going through phone calls, letters, and flight visits. It was the late 80s. 2 years in, he flew down for one of my sorority parties. I brought him back to my dorm room where we had relations, thank you, and then he decided to tell me that he was in love with someone else and was breaking up with me. That's how you do it, my dude. That's how you do it. Hey, let's get this in real quick, then I'll tell you. It's not like the guy that did it on the way to New Orleans. You knew you came there with the job to do. You got it done, but hey, let's be honest, after the fact, I don't really love you. This was after I had already put in the paperwork to transfer to his school. Oh, God. And it was too late to stay at my original school. He had been cheating for months by this time, too. Okay. I kind of take back what I was saying. I feel bad siding with this guy. That was a horrible move. That was a horrible move. Funny, but that was dastardly and devilish. He had been cheating for months. What a horrible weekend. If I could change one thing in my life, I would have dumped his loser butt when I graduated high school and never looked back. Yep, that's the right thing. Hey, we're using governments on here, Mikey. We're using governments. Don't be calling me out like that. Relations. I had my then boyfriend. This is another one. I had my then boyfriend take me to the ER because I was having a panic attack. I had never had one before and legitimately thought I was going to die. After the doctors had calmed me down and left the room, I get some paperwork and my boyfriend decided that was a perfect opportunity to break up with me. Ever heard of someone getting broken up with in their own emergency room visit? Now you have. I mean, this is like, he's like, this bitch is having a panic attack over nothing. She's freaking out. I can't deal with this. Look at this panic attack. I can't deal with this again. I'm out. I mean, if it could be that jarring. If you've never seen a panic attack before, you're like, this girl's crazy. I can't stick around for this. All right, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Decent return by the Chargers, almost to the 40-yard line. Oh, and 32 thought he had more left in the tank, too. Yeah, how many sacks we got in this game? Oh, Oh, you're pouring up the first. It's about time for a beverage, Mikey. You know what I'm gonna do end of the third quarter. Beverage getting poured for your boy. Okay, I'm gonna get after a beverage as well. It's getting to be that time. You put the shades on instead of the specs type of time. We're running the ball right here. Oh, it's a fake. It's a joke. And Herbert up the middle for a gain of about 2 or 3. Not much going on. Okay, I mean, they need points right here. They need to show that they can score a touchdown. This might need to be I mean, it's officially not, but points here help. Points, they need to score that show that they can go in the end zone. All right, Herbert in the shotgun. He's pointing left. We have a little signal going from the running back too. Oh, that looked like a false start, or really, yeah, that's offsides right there. It was not. It was not a false start. It was offsides. They gotta blow that play dead early. They can't let that play go. Well, that actually they usually do because it's a free play for the offense. It was a little bit too good of a jump. And oh man, that's the risky play with the free play. You might get banged. Oh, he barely. That was just a little bit before. He almost perfectly timed that up. All right, we're handing that off right there. Hampton's got nothing. He's got nothing in there. And the clock continues to tick. The Chargers continue to stay put. They're not going forward. They're not really going backward either. They're just kind of staying where they're at. A little stagnation. And that stagnation, it allows things and bacteria to bubble up. Stuff that really isn't going to be good for an offense or any sort of living environment for that matter. Herbert in the shotgun again. We're throwing on 3rd and 3. Oh, he had McConkey too. He steps up and gets someone over the middle. That's Keenan Allen with his first grab. His ability, Herbert's, to move up in the pocket, hit someone in stride as he's moving forward is real nice. All right, look at this, how he steps up right over this guy's head. Ooh, he throws a bullet in there. Great play. That is a bullet. All right, let's move the ball a little bit, Chargers. Huh, huh, huh. First. Huh, first. All right, he's throwing deep. Who's he got down the sideline? Ooh, no, that's nothing. He was almost telling the ref that's no call, and I agree. I agree. Oh, what happened there? I mean, Herbert had to put out his broken left hand to grab that ball. Let's watch this again. Yeah, that was a little bit of a miscue. Hampton, good play by Herbert to get on the ball. I don't know. I'm trying to see whose fault that was. I feel like Herbert wanted to keep the ball and Hampton held on to it. He grabbed onto it too much. We got equal amount of third downs converted. Just the Texans have 14 more points. Herbert dancing around the pocket, moving up. Can he get what he needs for a first? Oh, he continues to move and go. What a play. I mean, he's not afraid to use his legs to get a first. That was a great play. One of the biggest plays of the game. Look, absorbs a hit too. Look how he moves through the pocket. Oh, yeah, he'll take that. he'll take that on. I mean, like I always say, the defenders are in a tough spot when it comes down to tackling quarterbacks. He thinks he's probably going down with that one. He soaks that one up. They're moving on this drive. They're moving on this drive. What do we got? Timeout? Wow, that's scary. Stingley. I think he's got a stinger. I think he'll be okay. Yeah, he's up. He'll be back in this game. One of the best cornerbacks in the league, no doubt. And he's got the perfect cornerback name, Stingley Jr. Throwing the Jr. on there is really the cherry on top. Yeah, I mean, this is about 240 right there. He's lowering the shoulder. All right, Herbert. He's got Gadsden in motion. He's throwing left to Omari and Hampton. He gets he gets about 4 or 5 yards. Hard yards though. He's doing it the hard way. Clock running down in the third quarter. Less than 2 minutes left. Herbert back in the shotgun. He's got motion to his left. He's looking to the right. He's looking to make a first sidearm throw. Very dangerous to the end zone. Almost gets picked. I don't think he trusts Gadsden anymore, but he's having to throw to him still. Lassiter, looked like he got badly injured in the first half, and he's making great plays. Everyone, they said this earlier, but everyone on this Texans defense is important with how good they are. He tries to throw a sidearm very off the mark. Gadsden kind of stopped the interception right there. He had to play defense on that ball. Oh, we got Quinn Johnston over the middle, first down. What do we got? Okay. Then we got a little bit of a comeback brewing. I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's part of Tea Time's bets. I want the Texans, but I think I do want the Texans. I do want the Texans, but I like a good game. Look how he steps up. Wait, he was even. I didn't even fully see that. He was getting brought down. And I mean, that shows how strong he is. Some guy who's like 350 pounds is trying to take him down and can't. But it also goes to show that you can't really tackle the quarterback how you need to bring him down. It allows for those plays. Hampton up the middle, needing 5, getting 4, just short. This is the farthest they've made it down the field all day. They're on the 1 yard line. Let's punch it in there. I wouldn't mind giving it back to the Hampton fella. Ooh, I'm curious about these fantasy matchups going on. I'm not in the championships, but I'm curious about them. I'm playing for 10th place in that league. Nice. All right. We're giving it. Oh no, we're faking it. Wide open in the end zone. It's Gadsden. They say they're gonna reward that fella. We need you to pay attention and stay up on it. Even though you dropped passes earlier, we're still throwing it to you in the end zone. He needed that. He needed that for a comeback. And what a great play call right here. Everyone bites for the play action. This guy leaks out of there, wide open in the back of the end zone. Everyone thought that was going to be a run play, including myself. And now we got 17-10. They could have used those extra 3 points that Dicker missed, the 32-yard field goal. Seventeen ten. Okay. Don't you dare move, Richie Eisen says. Nothing really going on in this championship matchup I care about. All right. Let's finish these last bit of stories, these breakup stories. I'm having fun with that. Um, we went to a movie with my friends. When he was dropping me off at my house, he locked me in his car and broke up with me. I mean, that the locking in there is the weirdest part. Like, you think she's just gonna dodge the breakup? She's just gonna run away? And like before, well, yeah, you can't break up with me. I'm running. I'm out of here. It was all the "it's not you, it's me" spiel. In a week, I was supposed to go with him to Thanksgiving dinner with his family. A couple months later, he was arrested for having for having massive amounts of child porn. Bullet dodged, yes. Honestly, that you gotta have a little bit of introspection on that and think to yourself, I once thought a guy that was into child porn was attractive. Let's talk about that for a sec. Uh, this is a funny way to put it. Gay guy here. The one boyfriend I ever had dumped me in the middle of sex because he'd rather be my best friend. Be with my best friend. Oh, be with my best friend, not be my best friend. The one boyfriend I ever had dumped me in the middle of sex. How's that brought up? Were you the one? Were you the one receiving or dishing it out? So like either way, you must have been really sucking in that moment. That must have not been your finest moment. And finally, my husband of 33 years picked a fight about what to have for dinner on a random weeknight. Left the apartment, called the cops on me for a wellness check. Nice play. Cops knocked on my door, made some quick judgments, and called an ambulance for transport to the ER. So maybe you weren't having maybe you weren't having a good night. For the ambulance to say that you need to go to the ER because you're freaking out so bad, I refused the horrifically expensive and absolutely unnecessary ambulance transport. The cop said that I could go to the ER in the ambulance or in the back of a squad car in handcuffs. Oh wait, there's more to this story. I held out my wrist for the cheaper option. As they were cuffing me, I asked if I could bring my jacket and my phone. One of the cops went back in, wrong jacket. Oh my god, you're asking for the fucking right jacket as you're getting handcuffed on the way to the ER? You brought me the wrong jacket. This doesn't go with my outfit. How could you bring the wrong jacket right now? Oh Lord. All right, we're going back up. We're going to the 25-yard line. Kickoff to the Texans with just 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Since those first two touchdowns, they really haven't been able to do shit on the defense or the offensive side, and this is what we expect. There's been a total of 3 touchdowns in this game. My prediction was 4 touchdowns. We're on track for 1 a quarter. Hey. All right, Texans starting with the ball here. Under center is Stroud. We're handing it off. We need to turn the tides a little bit, set the pace, give it to 26. End of the third quarter, and right when I finish saying this, I know what's going to happen. I can already predict it. It is a horse race time. Get in for the third quarter horse race because that's happening. You're going to want to be a part of it because we're giving away some money for Toys for Tots. This one is also, if that can interest you a little bit more, this one is also worth a 3-piece. We're not talking 1, we're not talking 2, we're talking a 3-piece. This is worth a 3-piece McNugget. Okay? Anyone out there? You know what? This might be a perfect time. I'm gonna say it 3 more times for anyone who's waiting. Horse race, horse race, horse race. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, he and I had similar timelines where all of a sudden on Sunday we just got like fucking wicked sick all of a sudden. Mine went away way, yeah, mine went away way faster than his did, but he like randomly last night I woke up and my legs were just in a ton of pain. So it was like, I know, it felt, and I was like, I felt like kind of hot, but like nothing crazy. And today, like, my leg was just like a little bit sore. Other than that, I feel fine, but like, I don't know, it's fucking weird. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird that it would come back because I thought I was like recovered. But with that being said, I've been running around, like pushing my limits because it's the holidays. So yeah, exactly. What do you say? Oh yeah, big time. There, I did. You know what?
Oh, we're missing out on the third quarter horse race. You know what? That's all right. That's all right. What I want to do, there's a couple of things I want to do. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. I wrote down a lot of stuff. I'm ready for stuff. All right, we're going back to the game. No third quarter horse race. That's okay. What I'm gonna do at the next commercial break, I got some good ad reads that I gotta get through. We're starting the fourth quarter. You know what? I can wait. I can wait for that. I'm ranking the teams that I do not want the Patriots to play in the playoffs. From I want to play these guys the most out of everyone that's going to be in there. I want to play these guys the least. All right, he's oh wow under pressure early. Throws a back shoulder to Hutchinson. This game has changed. Stroud is having issues. Stroud is having big time issues.
I don't know. As you can tell, I don't have many answers. Nowadays, the way that I hop on my roster to try to figure out my exact diagnosis is just hilarious. I'm like, what are you doing? Get stretches, daddy. Yeah, like trying to give him like the most specific
All right,
information.
we got Stroud in the shotgun. We need some yards. 3rd and 7. He's looking deep again to Noel, just out of reach. He was covered that time though. That wasn't open. Oh, we got a flag. Oh, we got a flag. So I think they want Houston to win. They see that the Chargers are doing the right things again to roughen the passer. The first call against the Chargers all day. Let's watch this again. Is this the right call? I have a feeling no. Oh God, that is so terrible. You're asking these guys not to tackle the quarterback. He even tried to let up. He did everything he could. That is such a horrible call. God, do I hate that. How do you call that? You're saying that you can't tackle these guys. Free shot at the quarterback. You're saying go through it 60 yards downfield instead of taking this hit. That was the biggest call. That was the biggest call of the game. That was the biggest that the Chargers have had them dead to rights. The Chargers were coming all the way back in this game. If you're a Houston Texans better like myself, you love seeing that. You love seeing that because you know where your pennies lie. All right, we're handing the ball off to Marks. No, it's rolling out to the right, play action for a gain of nada right there. 3rd and 7. They can't move the ball. They've been stuck in mud. Those two touchdowns were outliers. They really haven't been able to move the ball other than those two. Those were two huge mistakes by the Chargers. All right, we got Stroud. He's in the shotgun again. He's throwing to the left. Sorry, like that. They're just spaced out right there. He's been under a lot of pressure. They're sending him, and he's been on his back feet. He's been on his heels since those first two throws. He was looking good to begin the game, throwing dimes, and now he's feeling the pressure that the Chargers are coming with. 4th and 7, they're punting it. Only a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Oh, this is a good punt. Great play. Great play. Down at the 1 on that punt. That's exactly what they need. When you got a defense like that, watch out for a safety right here. Great play. That's what they dream about. In the film room, they're going to be looking at that saying, this is what we want out of every punt. All right. What I'm doing is ranking teams that the Patriots are going to play in the playoffs. The only team that's not in the playoff picture for the AFC right now, that's not officially eliminated, is the Ravens. And I don't think they're making it to the playoffs. I think that's the Steelers' division to win. They can do it this weekend with the win. I actually like the Browns in that game. All right, so I'm gonna go from the team that I would want to play the most to the team that I would want to play the least in the playoffs. If I'm a Pats fan. If you have not heard me already, I'm a Patriots fan. First is the Steelers. I mean, these are all teams that scare me in their own rights, but Steelers scare me the least. I don't want to go up against anyone. I don't think we're really better than anyone yet. Chargers. After what I'm seeing in this game, they got a great defense. Their offense has something to be desired, but their quarterback makes a difference. He makes plays for them. Next is the Broncos. They got a great defense again, but I think their quarterback does not makes a difference in the negative portion. He doesn't. He does enough to win football games, but he doesn't win football games. Even though he has won many football games this year, it's hard to grasp. It's hard to get your head around. But follow me here. Next is the Texans. They could be the two. They could be the two after seeing them this game. But as you can see, they have a problem on the offensive side of the ball. I think good defenses, no matter how good they are, they can be beat sometimes, especially if they're being heavily relied upon. So I think this could go in the opposite direction, where I think the Pats, if we were going against the Texans, our offense is too high powered for the Texans to hold on to. They got nothing going on, the Texans. There was just two mistakes at the beginning of the game that they haven't been able to come back from, the Chargers. Next one is the Jaguars. Everyone keeps doubting them, and they're playing near perfect football. They're playing great football. Lawrence is looking like an MVP candidate. They score a ton of points, and they got a pretty good defense too, surprisingly. What? Why is this guy dressed like a watermelon figure? Look at this, Mike O'Reilly going back and forth. It's something you love to see. GG's in the chat. All right, Herbert from his own end zone. He's looking for something. That was barely outside of the end zone. Could have been a safety, but just because of forward progress, stopped. They were at the 2. I'm not sure why. It looked like they were down at the 1. I don't know why they gave him an extra yard. Just getting out of the end zone. Yeah, it's where that football was. That's a huge issue right there. All right, Chargers in the back of their own end zone. He's throwing deep Herbert. Who's he got on the other end? Out of the reach for Johnston. He wants a call, not getting one. And Lassiter, he's on that play as well. He's been tasked with covering Johnston, and he's done a pretty good job. I think he's only got 1 or 2 grabs on the game. Let's look at these current stats. There's probably not much of a box score on this game just because of the lackluster nature of these offenses. Texans. Yeah, I'll tell you guys those stats in a little bit. Herbert, I mean, it's 3rd and 11 right now. They're out of the shotgun as they should be. Their backs are against the wall. Literally, Herbert steps up, makes a sideways pass to Disley for a first down. That was a great play. That was it. That was right down the line. Could have even been backwards, but was he in front of the line of scrimmage? Is that where we're discussing right here? No, no flat. They're calling that flag back. No foul on the play. He says, "Let it play." Herbert, he's got someone in motion. It's Trey Harris. He ends up handing it off anyways, right into the back of the guy in motion. That seemed like a miscue. Is Vidal hurt? I have not seen him in this game. That was the first give to another back besides Hampton, I think, number 32. Let's look at that because we got the stats up here. Yeah, we got Jarrett Patterson with 1 take, Trey Harris with 1 take. Herbert's got 35 rushing yards. He's leading the team. Omari and Hampton, 13 carries for 24 yards. Yikes. Not a lot of yards going on in this game. All right, time's winding down a little bit. 11 minutes or so left in the 4th. Off cue pass. I've never seen 84 in my life. I've never seen that character. But yet we're throwing it to him. 3rd and 9 now. See, you can't even go at that guy's rib cage. You can't even try to make a tackle on him because that's gonna be a penalty. You're gonna get roughed at the passer. You just run at him with your hands up like you're shooting a 3-pointer. 3rd and 9. Can he make some magic happen? He needs to. He's under pressure. Will Anderson coming. He throws it over the middle for nothing right there. Trey Harris. No, that's Marion Hampton for nothing. So the leading rusher for the Chargers is Justin Herbert with 35 yards. No, never mind. Quentin Johnston's having a game. He's got 5 grabs for 98 yards. Next closest guy is Hampton's got 7 grabs for 29 yards. And yeah, we got nothing going. Will Disley's got 2 grabs for 19. That's craziness. Not a lot going on. Herbert has 178 passing yards. It doesn't seem like it. All right, we ranked our teams. We gotta do our second ad read of the night. Shout out to our sponsors like always. They're the ones that are keeping the lights on at this place. They're the ones that believe in tea time and say, "Here's a boatload of cash to do our little ad." And they don't keep the lights on. I do. It's me, motherfucker. But thank you to our sponsors. I still gotta thank them, but this is the engine. Okay. Next sponsor. This is called Thoughty Santa Claus. The Thoughty Santa Claus ain't checking that list twice, because all you motherfuckers are going on the naughty list. The Thoughty Santa Claus ain't afraid to back it up all the way down your chimney, and he's leaving more than just presents under your tree. That's right, we're talking a whole lot of ass. So much ass that it can't even fit in a stocking. This is the thoughty Santa Claus. This is Christmas reimagined. We've seen bad Santa, but have we seen thoughty Santa for those real sick and twisted individuals? I know, but I was about to incriminate myself. But I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm better than that. But shout out to the people at Thoughty Santa Claus. They're thinking ahead of their time. No problem, Michael. Riley says. No problem. Oh, just on Peacock tonight, Ravens versus Packers. Does the game start at 8:30? Because it's saying 7:30, and I've never seen tonight abbreviated TON because that's another word. Why they gotta put it on Peacock? I think that's gonna be a fun game. Lamar Jackson ruled out. We kind of already knew that. Texans with the ball, running it up the middle. Woody Marks, probably the longest run of the game for him. Game of about 9 or 10 points here mean game over. Record in one-score games this season. The Texans are 5-5, so they're pretty average in the spot, and have been a lot of one-score games, probably because of a good defense, not a great offense. Chargers, on the other hand, they have a little bit more fortune in these spots. 6-1. Wait, the Texans were 0-5 in one-score games to start out, and have they been on a 5-game winning streak? That's important to note. Woody Marks, he found the hole. He found his mark. First down. Less than 10 minutes left in the game. All right. CJ Stroud at the line of scrimmage, under center. Am I going to see another give to Marks, third one in a row? You do. He was met behind the line, still gets a great gain out of it. He's running hard. He's not a fantasy running back. You don't want him on your fantasy team, but he'll end the game with 15 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. He plays the running back position really well. He plays it hard nosed. It's not flashy. It's not going to get you a lot of points. Oh, yeah. It's got to be spicy though. I want it to be spicy on that. You know what man, I could go for like a regular cheese pizza, but it's got to be good. I want it to be crunchy. I want it to be crispy. I go for maybe a Santarpio's pizza. We're handing the ball off to Woody Marks again for the fourth time in a row. Penalty flags fly. Tough to say, but penalty flags fly, and we're waiting to see who this is on. 8:27 left in the game. Very about his business, this ref. We're saying offsides. It was a free play. Offsides on the defense. Free play. We're moving it on. New, fresh set of downs. Oh, that pizza actually changed. Like that pizza was so good. That pizza was so good. I couldn't get enough of it. I had a full pizza and a half that night. Almost crept on having 2 full pizzas from Colony that night. That salad on the pizza, you don't think it would make sense. It does. Oh God, I'm sad that I'm not around that. Oh God, what a hit by Khalil Mack. He still got it. Crunched. Get him a crunch bar the way he was crunched behind the line of scrimmage on that. He snuffed that right out, untouched too. 86. It seems like 86 should have got a piece of him. Oh, met in the backfield. That was like the Jadavian Clowney hit back in the day. That's textbook. That's how they treat it. That's how they teach it to you. Stroud, he's in the shotgun. He's handed it off. 26 on this, trying to bounce it outside. He does. For how much? Second and 14. That was a gain of about 8 yards, I'd say. Turning this third down into more manageable. Less than half of the fourth quarter left. Is it more than the fourth quarter? More than half the fourth quarter left? Less than half? Depends on how you look at life, you know? Is this quarter half full or half empty? Third and 5. Big down. Are they in field goal range? We got a penalty coming in. You got Texans D for what? Aren't you? Are you still going in a league? Texans D. They've looked good. They probably got you right around maybe 12 or 13. Woman looked weird in that Chargers hat, that captain hat, but she was still hot. She freaked me out. I'd be scared the whole time, but I still would. Harbaugh, he has not taken that look off of his face. It's been that constantly. Mouth slightly open, dialing something up between the eyeballs. I knew. Was it Stav Kebab? Was it Stav Kebab earlier? Was it Stav Kebab earlier when we were talking cheeseburgers? Oh, he throws a sky ball up in the air. They send pressure. That can't be a flag. So the chips, I don't know. I could, because you were saying that like you were letting it all hang out. I can picture Carl letting it all hang out between Christmas and New Year's and just saying like this is my only time to pig out. The only the only thing that threw me off was the colony salad. That's where I started thinking it was you. All right, we got Kaimi Fairbairn coming all the way back in the mix, puts it right in between the uprights. That's good. That's 2010 in favor of the Texans. Pro Bowl selections. Who's surprising on this list? Those are all people that I would expect. Justin Herbert deserves it. This is the second time. Derwin James getting the most Pro Bowls out of everyone. Pro Bowls I'm interested in. Oh, they got the stickers for it too. I like that. The Pro Bowl is not what it used to be. 6:29 left in the game. 2010. Houston. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. All right, we return this kick right outside of the end zone. He gets it right back where you need to. The 25. Big hit, though. Big hit on the special teams. That's going to change up the tenor of the game. It's going to change up the attitude going into this drive. No, not so much. That wasn't that big of a hit. Lad McConkey. 0 targets. They haven't even thrown the ball his way. That's insane. Is it because he's on? There he is. Um, Derek Stingley's probably covering him. No, it's not even him on him right now. Stingley's been on Johnston, and Johnston's been having a great game, so it's not making sense. He's got time. He's got time in the pocket, looking left, throwing left, and there's McConkey right on cue. Right when we ask where he is, he says, I'm here. Here's Laddie. Nice play. Good throw right there, too. Yeah, right. Double move in between the coverage. The only spot you could throw it right there. That's a gain of 30. The Chargers are starting to get some juice. Chargers are starting to get some juice. Is there going to be? Oh, Herbert takes it. Gain of 3 or 4 right there. Is it going to be what I predicted? Is it going to be Is there going to be 4 total touchdowns in this game? 2017 in favor of the Texans' final score? Yeah, they need to move quickly. We got less than 6 minutes left. They're down 2 possessions. 2nd and 8, time running. They got all their timeouts though. What's going on right now? They can still make a substitution and all this time's running off? That's horrible. Wow, that was a long time to take off the clock. What was that? And then you make a play to Hampton for nothing. Clock's still running. Clock's still running. Less than 5 minutes left to go. They got to move. I mean, realistically, they just got to score before the 2-minute warning. That was a nice tackle in open space against this guy. He's 250 pounds. All right. Herbert back in the shotgun. 3rd and 6. Big down. He's looking left. He dodges pressure only for so much. Oh, he could barely take him down. He's looking for a call. He might get one. He might get one. That looks bad. I mean, that looks bad in the fact that you can't make that call roughing the passer. Please don't. We can't call roughing the passer on that. Yeah. Oh, wait. Illegal contact? But on who? They didn't say a number. They didn't say a number. Who's the illegal contact on? We need to see this. Number 5? Yeah. And I mean, he did stop him more than 5 yards down the field. That's not a fake. That's a clean tackle. Look how hard this guy is to bring. Well, 77 is holding him up. Big call to keep this game going. 4:20 left. Yeah, that did actually keep the game going. This could have been something, and still can be now. Oh, he's throwing over the middle. Gadsden! What a comeback he's making after those early 2 drops. All right, less than about 4 minutes left in the game now. Oh, that's a great throw right over the top. 1st and goal from the 10. Less than 4 minutes left. Herbert back in the shotgun. He's throwing to the end zone. Back shoulder. Keenan Allen. Great throw. Great throw. Maybe old Keenan Allen could have had that one. Not the new one. Not the current aged one. Going against Stingley, too. Stingley was all over him. I like how they went for it, though. Stop the clock from running anymore. .351 left in the game. Herbert in the shotgun. He wants the ball. Give it to him. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. He's still looking. Makes a move. Oh, great tackle. Great open field tackle. Flop by Herbert looking for a penalty. That's absolutely nothing. You call that, you lose your job. You call that, you lose your job. Is there going to be a flopping penalty soon in the NFL? Because that deserved a penalty right there. You get hit. Since when do you submit defeat? So since when do you submit defeat in the NFL? Oh, throws his head back. Come on. These guys are going full speed. They play through the whistle. They don't play to the whistle. They play through the whistle. First and goal now. Oh, wait, they did call a penalty. I missed all that. They called a penalty. Oh, God, they had him open. They had him open. He couldn't get it to him. What did they call back there? I'm sorry, I missed that. I was in La La Land. I got a phone call and my brain froze. Don't worry, it wasn't someone who wanted to get on tea time. All right, we got Herbert in the shotgun from the 5, 2nd and goal, handed to Hampton. He breaks through. He gets in the end zone, and that's count 'em, 4 touchdowns in the game. This is my prediction coming to a T right here. Rooms at the Hampton Inn are available. 2017 is quite the comeback. Can they finish it off? Can they finish it through? .337 left in this game. They got all their timeouts. Everything's still ahead of them. They can still win this game. Oh my God. Holy smokes is right, Rich. What a call. We have whistles going on. There was a flag. There was a flag. What was the flag for? Oh, okay. That was on the offense. Penalties declined. Dicker, we was talking him up so big at the beginning of the game. He made it to the Pro Bowl. He's been the most accurate kicker. Now he's missing extra points. Something's going on in his head. What happened over Christmas? Some family feuding? You might have to guess those things. He just shanked it. That's a cold shank to the left. It's not even going end over end. Oh, that's big. That is big. That makes a big, big difference. Now they need another touchdown. Harbaugh, he's been confused. 3:37 left in the game. They still got all their timeouts. They just got to get a touchdown now. Field goal is not an option. Ah, he's pissed. Yeah, you just got to do your job now. Don't forget this is important too. This is just as important. No, it's not just as important, but it's important. Yeah, that's a feel shot though. That helps get your feel back after you missed one. All right, 3:32 left. How many first downs do they need to win it? When do they start calling timeouts too? I feel like you let the clock that go down a little bit. You don't call three back to back to back right now because they can still get a first down. If you do that and they still get a first down, you got nothing left. Whereas you let it go for a little bit now, you still have time before the 2 minute warning. I don't think you call immediate. It also depends on how this play goes. Like if it's a loss of 10. Okay, Woody Marks gain a nothing. Stu Finer's death row meal. No, tell me what it is. It's got to include a lot. And where did you see this? Is this something that's readily available? You just looking at the internet to know what it is? Oof. Yep. I mean, the difference in this game right now, these 4 points, it came down to Dicker. He missed a 30-yard field goal and he missed the extra point. It'd be a tie game right now. Let me see if I can look this up. But we got game right now. Can't look it up right now. Can't look it up right now. Stroud under center. Oh, they did call that timeout. Unlike what I said, and we're throwing it over the middle. Nico Collins right when you need him. Big first down, gain of 20. I mean, that's why you don't call timeout, because now they got a fresh new set of downs and you only got two left. You let the clock run a little bit. You didn't need to use your timeouts yet. I don't like that use of that first timeout. DM'd me on what? DM'd me on what, buddy? DM'd me on what? Gadsden, he's still feeling the pain of missing those first early grabs. Dude, you gotta look. You can't be looking back. You got your team a touchdown. You made up for it. All right, we're giving the ball up. Oh, there's nowhere to go right there, Woody. Your Woody's being stifled. Put a chastity belt on that Woody Marks because it cannot be used. All right, 2nd and 12. We're giving the ball back to Woody. He finds only a couple yards right there. Do the Chargers use their last timeout? They do. 2:32 left in the game. No timeouts left. Just the 2-minute warning. They gotta run this ball again. And then you rely on your defense. Can you hold up? Can you hold strong? What I say about 4 touchdowns? I mean, the only people that can prove me wrong are the Chargers right now. Oh, we still got one good ad read that I gotta get in on. I mean, we had so many good segments. I didn't even get to them all. I didn't even get to them all. Friggin' prepared for this one, going right after another. Look at this guy. He thinks he's gonna get in the game. Yes, yes, yes. He looks like he's on drugs. Yes, 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 yes. He's like, send me long, coach. We're not even on offense right now. Just send me deep. Oh, looks like they're passing it. 3rd and 9. They're looking for a first down. Oh yeah, just go down. Just go down. Way to hold on to the ball, CJ. That's a big sack. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. What could they be calling this on? Please not on the hit on the quarterback. Please not on the hit on the quarterback. Oh, it was in the secondary. Automatic first down. That's the game. How do you make this? This has got to be the most obvious call to make this right now. Oh my God. No, is it this? Which one was it? You can't make that call right there. You absolutely can't. A game deciding call, you can't make that right there. Let the boys play. You just put the fate of this game in your hands. It's over now. It's over. They were making a great stand. That's been the look on Harbaugh's face all day, though. Like a little bit of anger, a little bit of bewilderment. Oh my God, I can't believe that. How do you make that call, man? Now I want them to Woody Marks with a great run on first down. They gave up. They gave up, as they should, because you're making a great defensive stand. You're about to get the ball back with the two. You're about to get the ball back with 2 minutes left, and the refs put it in their hands. Man, wow. Kurt Warner, he doesn't know what to say about that call. 2-minute warning. I think that is as good of a time as ever to go into the third and final sponsor of the night. These have been all holiday related, and I want to thank my sponsors, especially around the holidays. Holidays are important to me, holidays are important to you, and I can tell just by the way that you want to be a part of this locomotive that's moving in the forward and frontward direction. This sponsor, the final sponsor of tonight, this is called New Year's Hesitations. When New Year's comes around Everyone starts thinking of resolutions to improve upon themselves. But no one talks about how difficult it is just to change yourself on a day's notice. The people at New Year's hesitations thought about this and gave people some grace when the calendars are about to turn. New Year's hesitations is all about taking a second to think about all the changes you want to make, but still doing them anyway. Still doing them anyways. You have a resolution of eating less sweet treats after dinner. Instead of instead make it a hesitation. So you have a resolution. You have a resolution to eat less sweet treats. Instead, make it a hesitation. Just take a second to think about not eating that pint of Ben and Jerry's, but go ahead and stuff your fat face anyways. We over at New Year's Hesitations will be here to give you a pat on the back for a job well thought. Not well done, well thought. You wanted to make the right decision. The right thought was there. You just didn't end up doing it. We want to reward you for that thought. Almost like a thoughty Santa Claus. It all goes back together. We're at the 2-minute warning. Houston Texans up by 4. We have the Chargers. Well, the Texans are driving with the ball. Canada go against Latvia, huh? How's Latvia looking this year, Riley? They got a chance? Or are they automatically out now? And who's the stud on Canada? I want to know who's the best player on that team that's supposed to be like a number 1 draft pick or already was one. 2nd and 2, first down, ices the game, really. And they got chances to do it. They hand it back off to Woody Marks. He gets a first down. And that's game over. These refs, man, to make that call on their own, to say that that was a penalty worth calling this late in the game, it's just sad. It's just sad. Texans with a big win, though. Texans with a big win. And if you were with the T Times bets, the Nico Collins play was a feeling. The Texans money line, that was a no. We had the knowledge behind that one. Oh, I've heard of this kid. I think Gavin McKenna. Has he already been drafted? And if so, to what team? Yeah, they're in the victory formation. This game is done. This game is over. So this is great. What is this great for me? For the Patriots, for my future bets. I think the AFC South is locked up now. Yeah, so the Jaguars are 2 games ahead. They just need to win one more game. Yeah, I think this helps my AFC South bet. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting it flipped. The Chargers are out of the AFC West. The Broncos have officially won the AFC West. Yes. Thank you. Broncos division winners. That is being, and so I think besides the Eagles, we have already known that they're winning their division, and to have one of my 4 future bets already cashed, that was plus around 300 Broncos to win that division. That's some know-how. That's being ahead of the curve right there. And Riley, you get your 6, pal. Local meat shop, I want you in there as well. Local meat shop, I want you in there as well. Let's have a horse race. This is going to be worth a 3-piece. This is going to be worth the 3-piece right here. We only have one more stream in this month before this monthly horse race giveaway ends. We're going big with a 3-pointer. You won't ride for me. You won't die for me. You won't ride for me. You won't die for me. When I'm home. When I'm home. When I'm home. When I'm home. All right, who wants to go against Riley? Whoops. Someone else get in there. Someone else do it. Riley, I think if Evan's not gonna do it, yeah, there we go. Local meat shop. Local meat shop getting in there. That's Evan tonight. He's going in. He's got two. He's got a lot of different logins. He's even got himself a Stevie Nene Twitch account in order to get on the Tea Time streams. So we got 3 and 6 going into this last one. 3 has won one tonight. 6 has not. 6 has won 0. Let's get this into the right position. Okay, this one is worth 3, and it's 3 Evan versus 6 Riley. Let's go. There's a 3 for the young Stushta getting off to a good start. And there's 6. I like that a lot. 3 and 6, the only horses that we care about. And there's another 3. Can we get another 6? I'd like it. I'd like a 6, and there's another 3. It's only been Riley and Evan, a little bit more Evan than Riley. 3 is... Oh, it's off the board. It was a 3, guys. I hate to say it was a 3, and there's a 1. There's the 1 getting involved. 2, 4, and 5 still want to get out, and there's the 6. I mean, the 6 is still alive, no doubt. And there's 5. Barely stays on the board, but does. 5's out of the gate. Where's 2 and 4? That was a horrible throw. I know a horrible throw when I see one. It's a 4. 4 has been hot tonight. 4 has won a horse race tonight. And there's another 3. Evan moving expeditiously. He's doing all the right things at the right time. There's 2, and we are officially off. All the horses out of the gates. That was just a drop. That wasn't a throw. That was just a drop. And there's 3 again. 3 is moving like he wants 3 points. 3 is moving like, oh my God, there's another one. Can we get 3 in a row? Can we get 3 in a row for 3? And there's 3 in a row for 3. All the horse races tonight have been landslides. Mike will give you the 5, but you're late to the jump. And there's 4. 4. They're all the way back here. The disparity, the distance between the 3 spot and the next one, or all the horses that have won tonight have been huge. And there's your 3 just to end it with the friggin' power bomb. Elbow from the top rope. Evan was taking no prisoners. That was a no-doubter. That's a no-doubter. All right, we move this up into position. Let's go. Okay, that's what we like to make updates around here. I know that to be facts. Horse race leaderboard. Let's get that guy Ev. He had 2 wins. That was a 3-pointer. He's up to 5. He's right behind Mike O and Nate Seed. Evan W with 5. Guys, we still have Evan W with 5. All right, guys. What's important to note, so we're going to wrap things up here. We have one more stream before the end of this year. We have one more stream in 2025. Well, one more horse race stream in 2025, I should say. We still have 2 more streams in 2025 overall. So pay attention to that. So there's still chances to win the horse race giveaway. It is by no means over. It's by no means over. We're giving away 3 baggers, for Christ's sakes. Go give me GGs in the chat while you're at it. This was one of the first editions of a Saturday NFL game on Tea Time with your boy Tony Murr getting after it. This was fun. Expect to see more of this come playoff time because we got some Saturday games going on. I'll slowly tell you my schedule as we're doing it, but what we can expect is tomorrow, Tea Time tailgate in the morning. We have Monday Night Football, the last Monday Night Football of the year. And then on New Year's Day, I'm not sure which game yet. There's 3 games. I'm going to be streaming one of them on New Year's Day. College football, that is. College football playoffs. And then we have NFL on Saturday next week. So we got a full slate. We're actually not on Saturday. We're going to be back at the Tea Time tailgate on Sunday next week. So that is my schedule for the upcoming week. That's when you can catch me. For those Tea Timers out there, those of you that are here, stream in, stream out. I appreciate all of you. Without you, there is no me. So I appreciate the Tea Timers. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I'll be back here to wish